Right, let me set the context for the video. Every year we do a video of students that got selected into Google Summer of Code from our online program. This year we had 30. I interviewed all 30 of them, believe it or not. But finally we were able to get 20 videos, 10 got corrupted. This video has those 20 interviews, their experiences right from the beginning. How did they prepare for dev? How did they apply for Google Summer of Code? What were their contributions like? If you're thinking of contributing to GSoC next year, this video might teach you a few things. It has stories from, everyone, people who started contributing in March to people who were grinding for a year, people who did want to get into Google Summer of Code, people whose organization did not get selected, basically every, nook and corner of a story that you can think of. If you're thinking of getting into GSoC next year, might be a decent video to look at various paths people take to get into GSoC. Without any further ado, let's get into 20 interviews of people who got into Google Summer of Code from the 100 Next Steps online bootcamp this year.
Okay, so I started studying from Telegram from your cohort 3. Then I eventually bought bootcamp 1. So I knew about GSoC. So by the I think I was doing some intern by the end of December. I thought, okay, let me give it a try. In this year. So I knew about Sugar Labs because I've been contributing. I knew because I attended some meets last year in the 2025. So I knew about Sugar Labs. So from Jan 5 itself, I just joined their first meet. I knew about their community, their mentors and all that. So I started contributing from pretty heavily from that point of time. I think in Jan itself, I got around close to 15 PR merged. And then February, I just doubled down on that. I picked another organization named as Joplin. I was the top contributor in that organization also, and also in Sugar Labs. So by that, what happened is that I think my proposal was also pretty good. My mentors, I was attending all the regular meets from them. And then what happened, by the end of March, because of AI, there were a lot of spams. Like we just reached to like 600 open PRs. And I think that actually got me shortlisted because what happened after that, I was the core person who was like majority of the reviews, and he was getting those PR merged. And that in 2 weeks of time, that number actually drastically dropped down from 600 to 71. Okay. It was just happening just all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. And I think that got mentors' attention, and I think that really helped me a lot. Whatever I was doing, that 2 month of sprint like just got me selected. So
got it. Very cool. Okay. You made almost then, a lot of PR, like 20, 30 plus PRs.
50.
And 50. Okay. And this was in 2, you said Sugar Labs and Joplin both.
No, Joplin, I had 11 PRs merged, and in Sugar Labs, I had 56 merged. Joplin is a new organization that came in this year too.
Right. And which org did you join finally?
Sugar Labs.
Sugar Labs. Got it. Okay. Sugar Labs is one of the more competitive orgs, I would say, right?
Yep.
So can you take us through, how were you able to navigate the code base, create the PRs, making sure, I'm sure, maintainers are worried that PRs are bahut sari. So, how would you ensure that they're well tested before you PR?
So what was happening is that because I was trying to solve all the core issues, like no one ever has solved it. For example, there was this audio issue. Music blocks is the audio. There is a large part of that they load audio. So I just loaded audio on demand. Whenever the user clicks on that and he needs that audio, then only that audio will load it. Nobody does that in 10 years. And there was this lot of caching in there happening. So I just made very, very small level of changes that actually affected the entire music block performance. But there was this meet where one of the mentors itself just made a discussion topic like how Ashutosh improved music blocks. Means I was just solving the core issues that no one is going to look up, and they were taking a lot of time. So that was again, I was getting in their mentors' attention. Like there was this time someone made a PR and it just broke music blocks. The entire master was just went down, and I think no one was able to solve. I just came up, just solved everything, fixed everything, made it online. So yeah, that was the entire stuff I did that actually stand out and all that stuff.
Got it. Very cool, man. So you were able to very actionably perform in these 2 months. So would love to know, how did you learn how to navigate code bases? How did you learn to code in the beginning?
Okay. I actually started back in 2024 in August from your cohort itself, but I parted. And then what happened is that I was learning from that, and I think there was this I was trying to date someone, and she actually got an intern, and I wasn't doing anything. So after that, I think motivation, I just started studying like a lot. I think in 2-3 months, I was studying close to 15 hours a day and night, just pushing myself all in. And then I think in second year, I got into C4GT. I applied to one organization also, got into that also. And then what happened, because I also got into virtual OSS program, if you know of.
Vercel ka OSS program? No, I haven't heard of it.
They have this open source program where because I built a UI library, it just scaled 15,000 users. And right now it has 30 to 50,000 users every single month, visitors I haven't seen, and 2 lakh page views. So it just scales.
What is this UI library? I'm very interested.
Yeah, it's a Vengeance UI. So yeah, I marketed a lot in your 100x Discord also. I just was like, hey, check this out.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think because of all that experience, like because I was trying to solve harder and harder problems, and right now I'm also trying to build a browser on the end. It's electron based browser, but sooner or later I'll move to Chromium. So at this very core interest how things work, how the system works, and I want to build the applications. So that actually helped me king on even if whenever the journey got tough or I didn't understand anything. So I just stuck to it because I knew the bigger picture in the 2 to 3 years of line down the line.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay. What's your plan after this?
I'm actually very because I had last year when I was and everything, I made really good friends. So they just told me ki, because AI if you learn AI, there is a lot of opportunity and very less competition. If you'll just stick to your backend and front end stuff. So I was just trying to, because for this year, I think I got one of the best projects in possible in Sugar Labs. It's Sugar Active Demand. You can prompt and generate an activity.
Nice.
So, yep. So I'm just thinking to, actually that was the reason I joined Sugar Labs and this project. So I'm just thinking to switch to AI engineer stuff. And I'm really kind of confused. Ki, okay, I already have a good project this year. I'm just thinking what would be the next possible step. So I have like 4 to 5 friends who are in good companies. I just told them, okay, I can just like pretty much call them anytime. Hey, can you give me a reference? So yeah, that is one of the things I'm just keeping in mind. And then I'm also thinking about Super 30 maybe next time. But still, I'm a bit in awe and some kind of confusion.
Makes sense. You are in your final year now. You're graduating or you're pre-final year?
I'm in my 3rd year and I'll be in my 4th year.
Yeah, you have a year then. I mean, it's the best bet, as you mentioned, to go in some variation of AI. That could be ML research. That could be, some more niche topics like memory. That could be general AI engineer, agent orchestrator, whatever you want to call it. I think where demand is a little bit higher, funding is a little bit higher, and you as you mentioned, you have friends. So full stack plus enough knowledge about AI is probably like a sweet spot to get hired right now. So I would probably do that in my next 1 year. So
just suggest me some like projects you think of if I can build this.
Projects. I think coding is like a good niche. So coding reviewer like CodeRabbit, terminal UI like OpenCode, something like OpenClaw like Agent Orchestrator, any sort of a harness. Anything at the agent layer that does something better than the alternates. That's one. Then Fireflies is another example, but it's less. It's a little more around video and AI and maybe voice AI. Maybe not even voice AI, but a generally harder problem to build and good companies in this niche. Then maybe voice AI may think of anything like an AI interviewer of sorts or anything on top of 11 Labs. These are 3 sort of niches I can think of right now. I think coding assistance is the most hot one at the moment. Or anything in infra. So infra, there's like sandboxing or inference level, lower level LLVM stuff. That might be another thing. What else? Memory is one mild niche. It's not a lot of companies there, but still some companies, a lot of them from Indian founders, most of them, based out of SF. That might be one niche. AI में तो यही नहीं थी या फिर then the final one is research. If you really want to dive deeper into research, that's the last slightly longer path that might require you to go for higher studies. But yeah, these are the 6 niches I can think of.
Makes sense. I think I'll just try to find some good projects in this niche and then like probably build them. So just a second thought also. Are you going to conduct Super 30 in the next 6 months? After that 6 months also, like, is there any plan?
I don't know. Next one also unsure. Depends on the school batch size. If the school ka batch size acha aa gaya, then we have the hostels filled. We probably don't. Every time we say this, but every time Super 30 aa jata hai. If it does come, it'll be like more expensive than this one. The next one will probably be like 6-7 lakhs. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Kaif?
Yeah, it's Kaif.
All right, Kaif. Tell us more about yourself.
So I'm a 3rd year undergrad student and currently cracked OWASP BLT in a large project. Was one of the top contributor, more than 50 PR merged. And all appreciation to you eventually, like your pod did, like it helped a lot. Like whatever the pod that you have had with previous batch, so it eventually helped. So one of the previous mentor was Raj Gupta in OWASP. He actually helped me a lot, like bringing up things, and a lot of things were there. So yeah, that's about me.
Nice. Very cool. Got it. Can you tell us more about how you started to learn to code?
Okay, so it was a lot of like inbuilt things like through internet and stuff. So I started like around when I was 17, and then I was lucky enough and had kind of a good IQ, then got into an AUA startup previously, and over there like I had my co-founder that I need to had one of your cohort. So I just shared yours, and he just bought it from his account and just shared to me. So I was like doing like that specific code from his account, because like I don't have the access of the Discourse, but even though I was like continuing, so that was the big thing. So I've like covered all the DevOps thing, because that is the high level thing that I didn't knew from a while. So yeah, that was pretty much the whole journey, and I learned a lot of things from you, and like getting confident in getting into the code base, learning how to like navigate through the things and just build on top of. So yeah, that's kind of the learning scenario for me.
Got it. And what were your
kind
plans?
of nervous, by the way. So like it was by the way, like it was kind of a dream getting into the podcast with you, and like so you are here, so feeling that kind of nervous. So yeah.
Nice. Very cool, man. That's great to know. Tell us more about your future plans now. Now that you've done GSoC, you're still in college. So what are your plans the next 1 year? Do you want to get a job, entrepreneurship, open source, remote, FANG?
I would say it's kind of meshed now. Wasn't able to figure out the things, because there's a lot on my plate right now. I need to complete the project first. Second thing is like, so I have two mentors, Raj and Rintik. So Rintik is more towards building things and like doing things into open source and like build shit out of it. So he's like more into it, and Raj is like so you should get a remote job and just chill and things like that. So I'm into both the side. I would like try to build things on top of it. If it did work out, then I will be like moving with my startup or on the product. But if it didn't work out, it would be a kind of a great things on my resume, and I can show it to YC startup or any crazy founder and just get into them. So that is the kind of a thing that is I have right now in mind.
Got it. Makes sense. Cool, man. That's all the questions I had. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do. But if you were in my shoe, what would you do in order to crack maybe a 100K offer or maybe your next dream company? So what would you optimize for these all things which I had? Like I have the credibility of working with open source project, also know how to build product, how to scale this. So what would you do if you were me at this point? You have whole year.
Yeah, I would basically optimize for, the first job, which might not pay 100K, might pay like 30K, 40K, maybe even lesser. Get that as quickly as possible. That gives you a lot of leverage when you're, negotiating your next offer. I'd also pick a niche quickly, because, not a Web 2 company is probably going to pay you this much remotely, unless you get very lucky. Mostly it'll be something in, Web 3 or AI or maybe something else, but not like a product company, most probably. So if you want to get a 100K offer from India, probably figure out your niche and get the first offer, and then, hop to reach, whatever that number is.
Got it. So what would you recommend for the next 10 years, getting into Web3 and getting a job, or getting into AI space and
whatever interests you more, I think is the better answer here. 10 years is a very long horizon. If you say 1 year, I'd say AI. But 10 years, no one knows, what fades, what remains, what's hype, what's not. So a little early to tell for 10 years. Maybe in a fairly generic fashion, in the end, everything is, code. Blockchains are a little more cryptography. AI is a little more, mathematics. So as long as you're a good engineer, you can always hop from one to another. 10-year horizon, I don't know. 1 year horizon, I'd say AI.
Got it. And what do you think the future of lead code and problem solving things? Because it did not started with lead code, it's felt kind of boring for me. So what would you recommend for me? Because I have a person, he's into Uber. So whenever I had talked with him, so he used to tell like do lead code and stuff, but I don't have that kind of feel in doing lead code. But if I do, I can like complete 100 or 200 questions, but it would not work for me in this sense that I don't have that interest into it. So what do you think, or what's your take into it?
I mean, you don't need to have interest in it. It's just a necessary evil for a lot of companies. So if you do want to interview at probably 70% of the companies, they will have at least one round of DSA, which is why it is not the worst. I mean, lead code is like much simpler than CP, right? So probably go through 100, 200 problems very quickly, so that your final DSA performance is like above average, if not great. That way you can make up for it using your dev skills in the future rounds.
Got it. Yeah, I think I'm covered all the questions. Anything for me? I would definitely like to join Super 30. But I have like a lot of commitments in my college. They have like strict 75% of criteria. So maybe online or whatever suits well.
Sounds good. Yeah, let us know. And yeah, all the best, man. This is great, and keep doing what you're doing.
What if I ask you one of the product that me and Raj was thinking? If we have time, maybe I just wanted to get a credibility check if this would work or not.
Let's do it in like 30 seconds. Let's do a 30-second quick pitch.
Cool. So let's suppose you are a developer and you have a lot of frustration when you want to make a decision on any point of time. You have a lot of context, but you wasn't able to make a decision. What if you ask your manager, or what if you ask one of your friend rather than asking yourself, because your friend would not have the context that you have done in your life, or maybe your manager doesn't know, or they don't have that credibility or the thoughts that you have. So what if you have a personal AI agent who has all the context of your life, maybe a soul, and you can just build your soul by keep sharing all the thoughts, daily things, your social media and everything at one place, and you can just extract out in an MD file, and you can use that soul.md into any agent like Flow AI and anything else. So what do you think? Like, would this
I don't
be a
hate the
good
idea.
product fit?
Yeah, pretty decent idea. Yeah. I mean, I'm. It's always nice to have some context, whenever you're doing anything agent. I don't know if people would pay for it, but not the worst idea in the world. Like soul.md file is something, a generic global soul.md file doesn't sound like the worst idea.
Got it. Thanks a lot. So that's what
Cool.
I had.
Thank you,
So,
Kaif. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
yeah. Thanks a lot, Kirat Bhai. Bye.
Hello.
Sorry for the delay. Can you
Oh,
tell us
no
more about
worries.
yourself, your GSoC journey, your college journey? Very interested to know.
Okay, so myself Vansh, and I am currently in my third year, and I am from JP University Engineering and Technology Guna. So it is completely tier 3 college. About my coding journey, so I start from my first year itself, and then after that I explore other fields like DevOps and all, and then join your cohort. I am a student of cohort 2, so I learned full stack developer there. So from cohort I start contributing to open source. So you make me familiar with open source. So one of your lecture जहाँ पे आप contribute कर रहे थे processing में, मतलब आप समझा रहे थे कि contribution कैसे करते हैं, you choose processing there. So I start from processing, and my proposal is also accepted in processing. So about how my GSoC journey starts, so I also applied in 2025 also, but that time I am not able, my proposal is not able to accept it, but I keep contributing there. मतलब वहाँ से जो mentors थे उनके साथ में काफ़ी अच्छा connection बैठ गया मेरा, और फिर मैं उनके साथ में Discord पे बहुत अच्छा discussion होता था मेरा. तो जब GSoC पीरियड स्टार्ट हुआ तब मैंने उनसे जस्ट ऐसे कैजुअली पूछा कि आर यू पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन GSoC 26. तो मिडल ऑफ डिस्कशन ही हिमसेल्फ प्रपोज्ड एन आइडिया टू मी. मतलब उन्होंने खुद ने ही मुझे बोला कि ओके तुम यू हैव ए बंच ऑफ इश्यूज दैट यू सॉल्व्ड इन ए स्पेसिफिक फील्ड, सो व्हाई नॉट ट्राइंग दिस प्रोजेक्ट. सो एट दैट टाइम आई थिंक कि ओके अदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नहीं देखना है, जस्ट फोकस ऑन प्रोसेसिंग. तो मैंने उसी प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर और एक्सप्लोर किया, उनको थोड़े इंसाइट्स दिए कि ओके हाँ, फिर देन ही हिमसेल्फ प्रपोज कि भाई तुम्हें GSoC में डालो इसको, एंड देन फिर हो गया प्रपोजल एक्सेप्ट.
Beautiful. I love it. This is like a very guided journey. Let's talk about how you learned programming before this.
So as I told you that from first year I just doing some lectures and stuff, lectures देखता था, coding सीखता था, पर as such कुछ इतना मतलब पूरा YouTube से समझ नहीं आता था, तो फिर उसके बाद एक कोर्स लेना ही पड़ा। एंड देन आई बिल्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स, तो प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाते बनाते सीखता गया, और ओपन सोर्स भी करता था इंटरेस्ट के लिए, कि जैसे वो बीच में और होते थे ओपन सोर्स, जैसे कि अक्टूबर फेस्ट एंड ऑल, सो आई कीप पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन दैट, क्योंकि मजा भी आता था कि ओके मतलब कुछ अच्छा अचीवमेंट मिलता है, बैचेस मिलते हैं, तो खुशी होती थी ऐसा।
Right.
तो उसी से कंटिन्यू रहता था जर्नी
Got it.
ऐसा।
Makes sense. And have you done DSA, and what are your
Hmm.
plans after this for placements and things like these?
सो आई डोंट हैव एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम माय कॉलेज, तो डीएसए तो मेरा नहीं खत्म है पूरा एकदम, तो
Okay.
आई डोंट डू मच डीएसए, तो डेवलपमेंट में फोकस था मेरा शुरुआत से ही, तो इसलिए मैं प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड ऑल वो बनाता रहता था ऐसा, तो डीएसए पे सच इतना फोकस नहीं हूँ।
Got it. तो इसके बाद आपका क्या प्लान है? मतलब कैंपस प्लेसमेंट इज नॉट समथिंग यू लुकिंग फॉर, तो हाउ यू प्लान टू
यस।
गेट जॉब?
तो इसके बाद ऐसा ही है कि मतलब अभी तो प्रोजेक्ट बनाऊंगा GSoC का, उसके बाद में फिर ऐसा है कि अभी मैं Web3 भी एक्सप्लोर कर रहा था, तो फ्रॉम योर यूट्यूब वीडियोस तो मैंने अब थोड़ा लेक्चर से शिफ्ट होके वो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन वाले पार्ट से थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंडिंग होने लग गया है, तो अब मैं Web3 एक्सप्लोर कर रहा हूँ। इसके बाद सोच रहा हूँ कि अप्लाई करूँ, मतलब थोड़ा एक्सपोजर लूँ थोड़ा दूसरी फील्ड्स का भी ऐसा।
Got it. Makes sense. Cool, man. That's all the questions I had. Do you have any questions for me?
सो एज सच तो मैंने कुछ मतलब सोचा नहीं, तो आप मतलब मुझे क्या गाइड करोगे एज सच, कि मुझे क्या करना चाहिए आगे?
I mean, ये तुम्हें क्लैरिटी तो है कि तुम्हें डेव में ही जाना है, डीएसए नहीं चाहिए, कैंपस प्लेसमेंट नहीं लगेगी।
हम्म
You need to get that job as quickly as
हम्म
possible. Don't wait for your year to end. या a lot of companies, I'd say most startups wouldn't really care कि आप कॉलेज में हो कि नहीं, if you can give them the right hours and time commitment. So basically start early. मतलब right now is your time to start applying for jobs and getting one, even if it pays less, so that in a year by the time you graduate, you can reach like a respectable of 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh, whatever that number is. So yeah, the simplest advice is start yesterday to get a job, and now you so you'll get some edge over other people.
Yes. Yeah, that's cool. Yes.
Cool.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much. Pleasure
Alright.
to meeting you.
Likewise. Take care, Vansh. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
ठीक है भाई, मोर इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट, लीस्ट इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट दिस वन। ये आईआईटी से है लड़का, तो आईआईटी में सबका हो ही जाता है, तो नथिंग मच फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ यू टू लर्न। बट बताओ विनीत भाई, क्या हुआ, कैसे आप, लेकिन यू आर नॉट फ्रॉम सीएस तो, राइट?
नो, आई एम फ्रॉम सिविल।
चलो, समथिंग देयर, तो बताओ फिर।
सो बेसिकली मैंने फर्स्ट ईयर में भी ट्राई करा था मैंने, बट काइंड ऑफ ऐसा था कि फर्स्ट ईयर मुझे ज्यादा आता नहीं था, तो मैं नहीं कर पाया था, मैं ओवरवेल्म हो गया था बेसिकली। तो सेकंड ईयर में मैंने स्टार्ट करा, तो स्टार्टिंग में क्या था कि मैंने जावास्क्रिप्ट वाली लैंग्वेज, मेरे को वेब डेव आती थी, तो मैं जावास्क्रिप्ट से स्टार्ट करा। बट जावास्क्रिप्ट में क्या था, कंपटीशन बहुत ज्यादा था, तो वहां पे मतलब मैं ट्राई करता था, मेरे को तो क्लासेस जाना होता था, पर पता नहीं क्या था, बाकी बच्चे क्लासेस जाते नहीं थे, वो इशू खोलते साथ के साथ उसकी पीआर भी ओपन रेस कर देते थे, तो मैं वहां से भी मेरी बहुत ज्यादा ओवरवेल्म सा हो गया था मैं। तो फिर मैंने क्या करा था कि मैंने कुछ तो एक वीडियो देखी जिसमें बता रखा था कि तुम से जाके ना रेपो के अंदर वो देखो कि GSoC नाम का फोल्डर होता है, तो उससे पता चल जाएगा कि तुम्हें वो अप्लाई कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे। तो मैंने फिल्टर लगा के चेक करने शुरू करे, और मैं ट्राई कर रहा था कि जिसका टेक स्टैक मुश्किल हो। तो बेसिकली मतलब ये स्ट्रैटेजी काफी अच्छे काम करी थी मेरे लिए, कि तुम फिल्टर करो कि टेक स्टैक मुश्किल वाली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या है। C++ हो गया, रस्ट हो गया, और ये सारी हैस्कल हो गया, ये सारी लैंग्वेजेस मुश्किल हैं, तो जनरली क्या होता है कि इसमें बच्चे का एंट्री बैरियर हाई हो जाता है, तो एआई से भी कुछ फायदा ज्यादा होता नहीं है। तो मैंने यही करा था कि मेरी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थी वो C++ की थी, तो मैंने सोचा था कि मैं इसमें कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट करना स्टार्ट करता हूँ। एंट्री बैरियर भी हाई है, मुझे ज्यादा बंद दिख भी नहीं रहे थे, और मैंने अराउंड मैंने मिड जनवरी से स्टार्ट करा था कंट्रीब्यूट करना। मैंने उसका पूरा टेक स्टैक वगैरह सीखा, बुक्स वगैरह भी पढ़ी थी, इवन मैंने मतलब इवन मैंने 2-3 कोर्सेज होते थे सीएससी के, थ्योरी ऑफ कंप्यूटेशंस, नेटवर्किंग सिस्टम्स, ये सारी चीजें स्टार्ट करा सीखना। और इवेंचुअली फिर मतलब मेरे को प्रोजेक्ट मिल गया था मेरा कि मेरे को इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट करना है, और मेंटर भी काफी हेल्पफुल था मेरा, उसने मेरा प्रपोजल भी रिव्यू करे। एंड तो ये मेरी सेकेंड ईयर की काइंड ऑफ स्टोरी थी। और फिर मुझे पता लगा था कि ये मुझे इससे काफी इंटरेस्ट भी आ गया था नेटवर्किंग सिस्टम्स में, कंपाइलर्स में, तो मैं इसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और बाकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कंट्रीब्यूट करता रहा था। एंड फिर इस ईयर में क्या हुआ था कि मेरे मेंटर ने बोला था कि मैं शायद अब जो पिछला प्रोजेक्ट था उसी का एक एक्सटेंशन लाऊंगा, तो मेरे को ठीक है कि मैं इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट करूंगा। बट इस टाइम ये चैलेंज हो गया था कि मेरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फिर भी ठीक ठाक फेमस हो चुकी थी, तो और उन्होंने क्या करा था कि मेरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काफी ऐसे PhDs और ऐसे हायर लीग्स, मतलब हायर स्टडीज वाले बहुत ज्यादा लोग हैं, तो उन्होंने जापानीज का इनका ग्रुप था, वहां से उन्होंने कांटेक्ट करा था, वहां से बहुत सारे पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स आए थे। तो इस बार कंपटीशन पिछली बार से बहुत ज्यादा था कंपेयर टू, क्योंकि पिछली बार काइंड ऑफ 21 प्रपोजल्स आए थे GSoC में, एंड इस बार 45 प्रपोजल्स थे। मतलब एक मीडियम ऑर्ग के लिए बहुत ज्यादा हो जाते हैं प्रपोजल्स। एंड उन्होंने एआई पॉलिसी भी काइंड ऑफ लगा रखी थी कि बिल्कुल तुम एआई स्लॉक नहीं डाल सकते। तो मतलब ऐसे सीखने के टर्म्स में तो मेरे को सेकेंड ईयर में ज्यादा सीखना पड़ा था, क्योंकि मेरे को कुछ एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था। बट ऐसे काम करने के टर्म में नंबर ऑफ पीआर्स वगैरह, वो मैंने सेकेंड ईयर, ये थर्ड ईयर के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा करा था। मेरे अराउंड 10 to 11 पीआर्स मच थी, और सारी ऐसे हाई वैल्यू पीआर्स थी, जो कि मैंने ऐसे खुद ही करी थी। मतलब एआई से बहुत ज्यादा बड़ा कोड बेस है उनका, तो उसमें टेस्टिंग वगैरह बहुत ज्यादा लगती है, तो मैं एआई से नहीं करवाना चाह रहा था काम। मोस्टली काम मैंने ज्यादा हैंड्स ऑन कोडिंग ही करी थी। और हाँ, और ये चीज वैसे मैंने अपने दोस्तों वगैरह को भी सजेस्ट करी थी, स्ट्रैटेजी की मतलब काइंड ऑफ कि ऐसा अगर तुम्हें बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है, जावास्क्रिप्ट बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे से आती है, तो क्या करो कि तुम किसी प्रोग्रामेशन में ले लो, फिर तुम घिसाई कर लोगे, हो ही जाएगा तुम्हारे इवेंचुअली। बट अगर तुम्हें ज्यादा मतलब नहीं आती चीजें, तुम एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है, तो तुम क्या करो कि ऐसे टेक स्टैक जिनके मुश्किल है ना, उनसे स्टार्ट कर, मतलब उनको फिल्टर आउट करके उनमें कंट्रीब्यूट कर, उनको समझना स्टार्ट करो, क्योंकि ये चीज काफी काम करती है। मैंने अपने दोस्त को बताई थी, एंड उसका भी इसने क्यूब फ्लो में कंट्रीब्यूट करना स्टार्ट करा था, एंड उसका भी हो गया था इस बार।
नाइस।
दैट्स इट। और वही है, मतलब GSoC मेरा, मुझे काफी कॉन्फिडेंस है इस बार हो जाएगा, क्योंकि मैं इसलिए बाकी चीजों पे ज्यादा, सुपर डेव्स और इन सब चीजों पे ज्यादा फोकस कर रहा हूँ।
करेक्ट। रुड़की से कितने सेलेक्ट इस बार?
आई गेस 30-35 होते हैं जनरली, यही रहता है, बाकी एग्जैक्ट नंबर तो नहीं याद है।
तुम लैब में नहीं हो ना, तुम किसी में आईएमजी लैब में? सही है। नॉन आईएमजी लैब में तो बहुत कम लोग के होंगे, आई वुड अज्यूम।
हाँ, कम क्यों होते हैं, पूरे सिविल में सिर्फ 2 के हुए हैं 150 में से।
गॉट इट, मेक सेंस। सही है भाई। एंड फ्यूचर प्लान तुम्हारा तो सॉर्टेड, कैंपस प्लेसमेंट आई वुड अज्यूम, या क्या है? व्हाट इज योर फ्यूचर प्लान?
कैंपस प्लेसमेंट काइंड ऑफ, मतलब मुझे डीएस इतना पसंद नहीं है, तो मैं करता नहीं हूँ।
ओके।
बाकी मैं Web3 वगैरह, सिस्टम्स इंजीनियरिंग, ये सब ट्राई कर रहा हूँ कि कहीं से हो जाए इसमें सॉर्ट।
ओके। तुमने कर रखा है कुछ ऑलरेडी? मतलब व्हाट हैव यू डन इन ब्लॉकचेन अंटिल नाउ?
ब्लॉकचेन में तो ये समर बिटकॉइन की तैयारी करता है, इसमें प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह बनाए थे। ईद ग्लोबल मैंने पार्टिसिपेट करा था, वहां पे प्रोजेक्ट वगैरह बनाए थे, बट ऐसे ऑफिशियली इंटर्न वगैरह तो कहीं नहीं करे।
गॉट इट, मेक सेंस। ठीक है, कूल है भाई। नो मोर क्वेश्चंस। डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस फॉर मी?
हाँ, मतलब काइंड ऑफ से मेरे को अभी रिमोट जॉब वगैरह के काफी वो हो रखा है कि कहीं से लग जाए, क्योंकि एटलीस्ट वहां से स्टार्टिंग हो जाती है। मेरा कहीं फ्रीलांस वगैरह भी करने का है, तो आप थोड़ा बता दो, मतलब उसमें कैसे स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ।
वो ये भाई, तुम पे तो प्रोफाइल अच्छी है, मतलब नो वन केयर्स सीएस आईटी है, आईटी इज लाइक आईटी, तो कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प करेगा। स्टार्ट अप्रोचिंग फाउंडर्स। आई थिंक तुम्हें ब्लॉकचेन आती है, आई मुझे तुम सुपर डेव्स कर रहे हो, तुम्हें सोलाना आती है, तो यू नो I mean, I can refer also if you want, but generally try to approach founders, you know, to DM them on Twitter, ये मेरी प्रोफाइल है, make a portfolio, and go from there. Have like very ambitious projects on your GitHub. GSoC helps, but it won't really help beyond. But remote job में वही है कि it'll get you the interview, but you know, post the interview they'll do like live coding. So are you actually confident? Have you been doing a lot of hand coding? If all of that, those check marks are good, then you're good.
यार, अगर आप प्रेफर कर सकते हो तो काफी ज्यादा सही हो जाएगा।
मैं देखता हूँ भाई। मुझे अपनी प्रोफाइल, रेज्यूमे ये सब भेज दो, we can go from there.
ठीक है, ठीक।
और कुछ
नहीं, ऐसे कुछ नहीं है माइंड में तो।
नहीं ब्रो, चलो टेक केयर, बाय बाय।
थैंक यू।
Mrityunjay, welcome to the pod. Let's get into your GSoC college coding journey, everything from the beginning.
So, hi, Mrityunjay this side, K23 CSE from VIT Meshra. तो कॉलेज आके मैंने कोडिंग स्टार्ट किया था, एंड आई रिमेम्बर ऐसे एंजलाई वाला कोर्स भैया ने दिया था अपना यूडेमी, बोला था स्टार्ट करो। फिर उस टाइम ऐसे स्टार्ट कर नहीं पा रहे थे, फर्स्ट सेम था, कुछ खास हुआ नहीं। फिर सेकंड सेम में थोड़ा सीपी का ऐसे भूत चढ़ा, क्योंकि कॉलेज क्लब्स में जाना था, टेक्निकल क्लब्स में। जैसे 1-1.5 महीना थोड़ा सीपी किए होंगे, कोड फोर्सेस वगैरह। फिर हैकेथॉन्स देखा कि कुछ तो होता है, ऐसे बनाते हैं, प्राइज मिलता है। और मेरे एक भैया थे, ओम उनका नाम था, तो ही वाज फ्रॉम पेस बैंगलोर। तो उनका थर्ड ईयर एंड में ऐसे फॉरेन कंपनी से ऐसे ऑफर आ गया था, एंड ही वाज अर्निंग लाइक 3 lakhs इन हैंड पर मंथ। तो ऐसे घर में हम लोग के लिए वही था, चैलेंज बन गया था कि अब तो करना है। और जेई वाली चीज में हुआ था कि मेरा मेंस में तो रैंक 99.1 था, बट एडवांस में केमिस्ट्री वगैरह हुआ नहीं। तो था कि हाँ कर सकते हैं, बट ऐसे था कि वो ऐसे बेंचमार्क सेट कर दिए थे। फिर ऐसे हैकेथॉन्स के लिए हम थोड़ा ऐसे डेव में घुसे, और पाइथन, HTML, CSS, जावास्क्रिप्ट सब कुछ करना शुरू किए। थोड़ा साइबर सिक्योरिटी सब भी एक्सप्लोर कर रहे थे कि वर्चुअल मशीन पे से लिनक्स पे कुछ कुछ चला के क्या सब होता है। ओसेंट बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा लग रहा था कि सर्च इंजन से ओसेंट वगैरह तो क्रेजी चीज है। देन ऐसे थर्ड सेम आया, ऐसे आई हैड माय ऐसे कर थोड़ा थोड़ा सीखे थे और ऐसे आई गॉट माय फर्स्ट क्लाइंट, ऐसे फ्रीलांस क्लाइंट। इट वाज CXO लाइन्स, उनके लिए UI बनाना था। और उस टाइम पे SIH का भी ऐसे कॉलेज इंटरनल्स चल रहा था, उसमें कर रहे थे तो ठीक था। बट मेरा CP खत्म हो गया था, हम पूरे ऐसे डेव में ऑल इन चले गए थे तो ठीक था। फिर ऐसे कॉलेज क्लब्स में भी मेरा कॉलेज में ऐसा डेव हो गया था कि यूनेस्को एक क्लब है, तो ऐसे वहाँ पे जो भी वेबसाइट में चेंजेस एंड ऑल वो सब हम कर ले रहे थे। देन के ऐसे फोर्थ सेम जब ऐसे बिटोत्सव जो एनुअल ऐसे कल्चरल फेस्ट वगैरह होता है, तो उसका QR टिकटिंग सिस्टम वगैरह सब बनाना था, तो उसका बैकएंड का काम आया, तो ऐसे इंटरेस्टिंग था, वो कर भी लिए और ऐसा लगा कि हाँ कर सकते हैं। एंड पैरेलल में ऐसे आई जॉइंड ऐसे प्रॉम्प्ट क्यू एज एन इंटर्न। तो वहां पे वी आर मेकिंग ऐसे एन AI एग्रीगेटर प्लेटफॉर्म। इनिशियली व्हाट परप्लेक्सिटी वाज कि all the models at one place and different features all in one place. तो एंड ऐसे स्टार्ट किए थे स्क्रैच से विथ माय ऐसे फाउंडिंग इंजीनियर, तो ऐसे बहुत कुछ सीखने के लिए भी मिला और ऐसे पता चला कि हाँ नेक्स्ट.js इज वेरी पावरफुल, से काफी कुछ लिख सकते हैं और सब कुछ हैंडल हो रहा था। एंड DB के बारे में बहुत कुछ पता चला, तो लगा कि हाँ मॉनिटरिंग, प्लेटफॉर्म लॉग्स और सब कुछ ऐसे ट्रैक कैसे करके डिबग करते हैं, कुछ हुआ। फिर ऐसे बिटोत्सव होने के बाद आई गॉट अ क्लाइंट फ्रॉम US। ही वाज फ्रॉम अपवर्क, तो उनका कुछ जनरेटिव AI वाला चीज था, तो हम थोड़ा मोड़ा लैंग्राफ वगैरह से एक्सप्लोर कर रहे थे, तो उनको आता था। तो वो उनका प्रोजेक्ट पाइथन में था, तो हम जावास्क्रिप्ट में तो कर दिए थे क्योंकि प्रॉम्प्ट क्यू में वैसा ही कुछ कुछ बना रहे थे। तो वो फिर बोले कि ऐसे आई विल पे यू डबल, जस्ट कन्वर्ट इट इनटू पाइथन। तो फिर मैंने ऐसे AI के साथ बैठ के पूरा ऐसे बना दिया।
नाइस।
और इट वर्क एंड आई वाज एबल टू ऐसे डिबग, क्योंकि एट मतलब प्रॉम्प्ट क्यू वगैरह सबसे मैंने ये सीखा था कि हाँ डिबग तो कर ही लेंगे, बग ऐसे फिक्स करने वाला चीज स्ट्रांग हो गया था। देन ऐसे समर्स आया विच वाज ऐसे माय वर्स्ट समर, आई गेस आई वाज नॉट वेरी प्रोडक्टिव। काफी ज्यादा ऐसे आई वाज सफरिंग फ्रॉम से एलोपेशिया, तो ऐसे पार्ट ऑफ ऐसे हेयर जो ऐसे पूरा ब्लैंक ही हो गया था, ऐसे पैच।
ओके, गॉट इट।
तो देन केम फिफ्थ सेम, उसमें इंटर्न वगैरह सीजन सब कंपनी सब आने लगी हायर करने के लिए। कॉलेज में कुछ खास तो नहीं, ऐसे 2-4 कंपनी आई बड़ी बड़ी, बट उसमें हुआ नहीं और DSA आता नहीं था, तो लगता था कि आप तो गए, अब तो मतलब बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे इंफीरियोरिटी लग रहा था, एक्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस ऐसा हो गया था। फिर करते करते ऐसे पैंथियन था कॉलेज का टेक फेस्ट, तो उसका काम मिल गया बिटोत्सव के कारण कि नहीं तुम ही हैंडल करो, टेक्निकल लीड वाला। तो उसमें ऐसे वेबसाइट, फिर ऐसे वी हैड लव बब्बर, सो मॉडरेट हिम फॉर द पॉडकास्ट ऐसे जो होता है। फिर आई आल्सो वी वर ऐसे कंडक्टिंग ऐसे नेशनल हैकाथॉन एज अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट टेक फेस्ट। तो सब कुछ ऐसे लीडरशिप वाला चीज हो गया। बट इन ऑल दिस आई वाज लूजिंग माय पर्सनल ऐसे डेवलपमेंट, क्योंकि हम जो डेव वाली चीज को खींच रहे थे वैसे घट गया था। बट पैरेलल में से आई वाज पार्ट ऑफ ऐसे AI इंजीनियर इंटर्न एट एकम एप्स। तो उनका एक प्रोजेक्ट था तुरंत AI, तो वो लोग ऐसे OCR यूज करके डॉक्यूमेंट प्रोसेसिंग ऑटोमेट कर रहे थे। जैसे जेई का फॉर्म भरना है तो सारा डॉक्यूमेंट्स डाल दो, अपलोड कर दो, सारा फील्ड एक्सट्रैक्ट करके कर लेंगे। और ये सब काफी जनरलाइज लेवल पे हो रहा था, और ऐसे मल्टी टेनेंट की, ऐसे बिजनेस एडमिन, बिजनेस ओनर, टीम लीड, टीम मेंबर, तो बहुत बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट था। तो उसमें ऐसे हम थोड़ा जेनरेटिव AI में से काफी अच्छे हो गए, मॉडल से ऐसे कैसे निकलवाना है और पीछे बैकएंड पे कैसे स्केल करना है, चीजों को ऐसे हैंडल कैसे करना है। और बहुत बड़ा DB था उनका, अराउंड 100+ टेबल्स, क्योंकि उसमें DPDP कंसेंट का बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम था, जैसे आधार वगैरह आ जाता है। देन लकीली ऐसे तुरंत आई गॉट एक्सेप्टेड इनटू इंडियन AI इम्पैक्ट समिट, एंड देन जिटेक्स मलेशिया वाला ये सब इम्पैक्ट समिट। It was big thing for me. Say I worked on a developers API suite, then notification system, and then credit billing system, जो मेरे लिए बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स था कि ऐसे पूरा प्रोडक्ट में इंटीग्रेट करना है। Then came January, and ऐसे अंकित is one of us in the college का ऐसे बैचमेट, so he connected with you ऐसे and maybe an hour ago, Google intern off campus.
राइट।
को बोला कि अबे तेरा तो ऐसे हैकाथॉन वगैरह, और हम पैरेलल में हैकाथॉन सब ऐसे जीत रहे थे, 5 हैकाथॉन हो गया था। तो लेकिन तेरा तो हैकाथॉन वगैरह है, तो तुम क्यों नहीं ऐसे GSoC ट्राई कर रहा है। और हम फर्स्ट ईयर से ऐसे आपका वीडियो सब तुम लोग देखते ही रहते थे, यूट्यूब पे सब दिखता ही रहता था, और था कि करे। अब ICPC वाला चीज तो नहीं हो पा रहा था, CPA से हुई मतलब नहीं थे उतना। अंकित बोला कि क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, हो जाएगा ऐसे, कुछ सजेशंस दिया, फिर हम भी थोड़ा से खंगाले। फिर से आई गॉट इन टच विद जिज्ञासु राजपूत, सो ही टोल्ड मी कि PSF में करो, स्कोप है। जैसे आई इनिशियली स्टार्टेड विद CV bin tool, तो मेरा पहला PR था कैसे विंडोज में उनका E2E टेस्ट सेटअप नहीं हो रहा था। वो मार के फिर मुझसे बात की तो बोले कि CV में मत करो, बॉर्ग वगैरह देखो, चांसेस कम है। देन आई वाज टोटली फोकस्ड विद ऐसे बॉर्ग बैकअप, उसे डिडुप्लीकेशन बेस्ड बैकअप टूल है। तो उनका पहले UI रैपर है वो था, तो मैंने कुछ PRs उसमें मारे। फिर उसके बाद मेरा बॉर्ग जो मेन था उस पे ऐसे पूरा ही मतलब से उसी पे फोकस हो गया। उसके बाद उनका कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स था, तो वोटा में ऐसे काम कर रही थी कि एक आध प्रोजेक्ट हम ऐसे PR में ही खत्म कर दिए थे, तो GSoC में आने वाला था।
Got it.
ठीक है। और
Nice.
फिर ऐसे डे आया कि 20th Feb, जिस दिन से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अनाउंस होने वाले थे। तो 19th को हम अंकित बैठे हुए जैसे हुआ कि अभी कुछ दिमाग लगाते ना कहीं निकल जाए ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का लिस्ट, क्योंकि डर तो था कि नहीं आया तो अब तो फिर मेहनत करना पड़ेगा। एंड 4 days आफ्टर वी हैड आवर मिड सेम्स, तो उसमें तो था कि दिन पहले से पूरा पढ़ना पड़ेगा। तो थोड़ा से क्लॉड लॉट से बात की है, थोड़ा से इधर उधर किए, तो पता चला कि राउट तो सेम ही होता है, बस ईयर चेंज होता है। ये लोग UI से रिक्वेस्ट पास नहीं कर रहा है बस, तो सारा टोकन उठा के क्लाउड को दिए, ऐसे पोस्टमैन से रिक्वेस्ट बना के मारे, और ऐसे 124 ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आ रहा था, ये हमको ऐसे 1.5-2 घंटे पहले ही पता चल गया और सारा लिस्ट आ गया।
Nice.
देन ऐसे हम लोग सारे ग्रुप में थे, ऐसे 6-7 लोग, हम लोग सब डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किए कि हाँ, मतलब आई वाज ऑलरेडी इन बॉर्ग एंड आई वाज हैप्पी इट्स कमिंग, समवन हु वांटेड टू ऐसे कि हाँ स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो ऐसे काफी सारा ऐसे नया नया ऑर्ग्स मिला था जो इजी टू ऐसे इंटर था, तो हम लोग ऐसे किया गो फॉर इट। 2 घंटा काफी एडवांटेज था ऐसे घुसने के लिए।
Nice.
फिर ऐसे आई कंट्रीब्यूटेड एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग विद द मेंटर, सो ही टोल्ड मी कि ऑलरेडी हैव इनफ PRs, नाउ लेट्स वर्क ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट। उनका बॉर्ग पैक फाइल्स करके था, एंड दे वर कि वी आर शॉर्ट ऑन मेंटर्स, एक ही प्रोजेक्ट लेंगे एंड ओनली दिस, और कोई प्रोजेक्ट लेंगे ही नहीं। तो आई गेस अराउंड 15 to 16 इटरेशंस ऑन मेल। हमको कभी मैस्टरडॉन पे मैसेज कर रहे हैं, कभी रेडिट पे कर रहे हैं, कभी रिप्लाई आ रहा है बोल रहे हैं यहाँ बात मत करो। फिर ऐसे ईमेल्स पे अराउंड 15-16 इटरेशंस के बाद वी वर फाइनली कि हाँ दिस इज गुड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन फॉर से पैक फाइल्स फ्रॉम की वैल्यू पेयर्स। तो एंड देन फाइनली रिजल्ट केम, एंड देन ऐसे फेल्ट कि हाँ कुछ अपने लिए किए, GSoC वाज नीडेड, PSF इट इज। अच्छा लगा। ऐसे घर पे भी बताया था, घर पे तो इतना समझ नहीं आता है सबको, मतलब उन लोगों को तो लगता है गूगल हो गया। ठीक है।
Makes sense. Fair. And you're in your which year now?
My 3rd year, 6th sem खत्म।
Got it. तो आगे का क्या प्लान है before you graduate?
का प्लान तो रिमोट वाला तो आपको दिख ही रहा है, बट ऐसे आई इंटरव्यूड फॉर Super 30, ऐसे आई हैड डिस्कशन, राहुल सर कोई थे।
अच्छा।
तो उसके बाद हमको तो लगा कि रिजल्ट तभी पता चल जाएगा, बट बोले कि 3-4 दिन में पता चल जाएगा।
Got it. Makes sense. Well, the good thing is you have a scholarship if you do get approved, so good for you. सही है. Anything else I can help with?
I honestly ऐसे wanted to ऐसे get into Super 30, क्योंकि ऐसे रिमोट मेरा DSA वाला चीज हमको दिख रहा है। जब हम फैंग वैंग के लिए ट्राई करेंगे तो मेरा तो ऐसे बेट है, रिस्क है।
Anything else?
Honestly very happy ऐसे from course 3rd sem में कोर्स लिए थे, ऐसे from course to ऐसे from to meet, genuinely ऐसे happy moment for me, बहुत दिन अच्छा लग रहा है।
That's great, man. Congratulations. Again, very difficult thing, and I think you're one of the smarter people. तुम्हारा दोस्त भी काफी smart था, मतलब the Ankit that I talked to. Amongst all, all the interviews I'm taking, you guys are pretty smart. So I'm sure you'll figure something out. लगे रहो, I think keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, all the best. Any other questions for me?
Just thank you so much again for everything. ऐसे वो YouTube वाला जो आपका GSoC वाला वो भी है ना, वो भी ऐसे दिमाग में डाला था।
अच्छा।
करना तो है, होगा कैसे नहीं।
चलो सही है. That's amazing. Cool, man. Congratulations. This is amazing. And yeah, let's see if we can see you at Super 30 somehow.
Sure. Willing to ऐसे meet ऐसे सामने से.
Perfect. Sounds good, man. चलो, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Hey, sorry for the delay. Let's get into it. Can you tell us more about your college and GSoC journey?
Yeah, so I'm a 3rd year college student. I'm a BCA student, and I'm from a tier 3 college from Greater Noida. It's Bennett University. And prior to this, like in my last semester, I was doing an internship at a DeFi company called Cult.Trade. So they were building a meme coin marketplace on Monad blockchain. and I was mostly doing the full stack related work only. And yeah, my internship like recently ended, and once it ended, I started contributing to Rocket Chat organization, and I started my contributions in December 2025, and I joined the community. I started talking to people over there. I also like started attending their meets, which happens like every Friday over there. And after that, with like after a few months, like I started my contributions with this repo called Embedded Chats. Although I got to know about Rocket Chat from your podcast only last year, from the Harish Loya, and he started contributing to a repo called Embedded Chats. I also started my contributions from there only, and after that, I made some contributions there. I did like around 5 to 5. Yeah, I like did around 4 PRs over there, which are merged, and then I contributed to their main repository as well. So I contributed to that repository, and then yeah, mostly I contributed there. And after that, I applied for a project called OpenClaw integration with Rocket.chat. So it's basically OpenClaw has like this set of apps, predefined apps that they have the integration for. So Rocket.chat also wanted the same sort of integration only for their application. So I built a POC around that application, and yeah, I was there for like a month for opening that project. From the month or a month and a half, I was like connected to mentor. I shared my POC, my contributions, and my proposal. It was very competitive. Like one person was very good at it, and he built a very nice POC as well. But the mentor ended up picking me, so that's how it went.
All right, sounds good. You mentioned, so this is OpenClaw की जो messaging apps हैं उसमें they want to include Rocket Chat. That would probably involve contributing to OpenClaw itself, right?
Ideally, it's like OpenClaw people, they don't want anything to be done on in their code. So there is like this plugin feature that you could build independently. Any chat application could build of their own, and they could deploy it, and they could just get it listed on their website, the OpenClaw website, I believe.
Got it. So building that plugin right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And did this involve at all, understanding the harness, understanding how OpenClaw works, or is this like once you know the plugin system, it's like pretty simple to build?
It involves actually it involves many things. Like you have to understand the SDK, then you have to have a knowledge of all the Rocket Chat APIs as well, so that you could use those SDKs, and you could integrate all the associated APIs wherever the request needs to go. For example, if you need to send an image over to OpenClaw from Rocket Chat, so you need to know how you could like use that image to transfer it to OpenClaw with their API, with Rocket Chat API as well as the SDK. So basically, you have to have the knowledge of both the things.
Makes sense. All right. Cool. So Rocket is a pretty competitive org, right?
Yeah.
So talk us more through, how much AI were you using? Were you not using AI? Were other people using AI? What do you think people who got rejected did wrong?
So I actually had two of my friends with which I was contributing with from December only. So one of them got in with me, and one of them didn't make it. So for the contributions part, I would say for the small fixes in the UI, I was not making any using any AI. But for maybe researching and understanding the code base is very big for Rocket, the main repo. So I had to use AI over there to understand features, to find a specific feature or a specific bug. So I was using AI over there. And for my POC as well, I used good AI in building my POC as well, but not like blindly. But I understood each and everything. I had to set up a lot of things locally. I had to run OpenClaw on my local machine only for testing it out. Then I had to again read through their APIs and understand them. So AI was like being used, but not like blindly. And the people that didn't make it, I would say there is a lot of luck factor also, which is involved in you getting selected, and also like making a good connection with the mentor as well. So a lot of people were good as well. They didn't make it ideally because one reason is their project didn't get selected. This time, I think Rocket Chat had very less slots comparing it to last year. They only have like 9 or 10 slots this time. Last year, it was like 19 slots. So one was this, that the project didn't get selected. Other was like the connection with the mentor, I would say.
Got it. Makes sense. What's your future plan now? BCA, to I assume is your final year now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're graduating. What's your plan after GSoC?
Actually, I didn't sit for my placements as well because I was contributing to GSoC and I had my that internship back in the day. So right now, I'll think of like completing my GSoC only, and side by side, I'm getting more into the backend and the DevOps side of like building software. So previously, I was very much into crypto, but right now, I'm pivoting from crypto towards like backend and infra side of code. Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. Cool, man. That's all the questions I had. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I like. Do you think that with the growing AI and like like with the AI, with the slope and everything which is increasing, GSoC still holds the same amount of value that it used to hold previously, and plus like the open source as well. Like a lot of companies also going closed source because of this.
Yeah. I think there are a few things here. One, GSoC now is probably not the best metric to judge someone's intelligence because it's probably necessary but not sufficient. Someone might have been, might have just used AI to do, a really good job and gotten in, might not be really good at CS. That's one. Generally, when you talk about the other side, which is, hiring through open source, I think there's still decent enough scrutiny right now. Like if you put out a lot of AI slop, company sort of blocks you or, asks you to explain your code, things like these. But yeah, generally, I think there's like less merit to open sourcing a project for external contributions now. Because you don't really need the firepower of 1,000 open source contributors now that AI is here with like 5 senior devs. So I think the only reason to open source now makes sense for some level of distribution, but not for smart people contributing to your project because intelligence is sort of commoditized. That's my initial thoughts. I would generally urge people to there's no point contributing to open source using AI or generally otherwise as well, unless you're very curious about a project. There's no reason to spend your time or energy on a project because maybe you're spending like 5 hours somewhere, but it might take the maintainer like 5 minutes with an AI to do it. So it's unless you're decreasing their pain points, you'll not get hired. That's my initial thoughts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Any other questions?
No.
All right. It was nice talking to you, Kartik. All the best.
Yeah, thank you, Via.
Thank you. Bye. I think you're muted.
Yeah,
There you
am
go.
I audible?
I can hear you. How's it going?
It's going great.
Cool. Tell us more about yourself, your college journey, GSoC journey.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Supriyo Chowdhury, and I am from Hazaribagh, Jharkhand, and I am in my final year of Bachelor's of Tech, which from University College of Engineering and Technology, which is a 3-tier college. And in our college, we got a very less opportunity for the placement scenarios. So I thought to give it a final chance for my GSoC.
Okay.
And
Got it.
hopefully I cracked in just 1 month of contribution in my org.
Really? That's amazing. What org are you in?
I participated in first time org. Its name is Learning Unlimited.
Okay. What does it do?
So basically ये करते हैं कि ये स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स को इन अब्रॉड स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स को ये ऑफर करते हैं एक स्प्लैश प्रोग्राम through which the school students can visit big universities like Stanford University, MITs, and University of California also. And वहाँ पे जाके ये अपने इंटरेस्ट के कोई भी सब्जेक्ट्स whichever they want to explore, they can be guided about. And वहाँ के यूनिवर्सिटी के जो स्टूडेंट्स है like me, जो अपने लेवल के होंगे, वो सब उन स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स को गाइड करेंगे कि अगर आपको ये सब्जेक्ट पसंद है तो आप उसको किस तरह से अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, उस पर एक्सेल कर सकते हैं. सो अपना जो लर्निंग अनलिमिटेड है वो एक काइंड ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड करता है इन प्रोग्राम्स को, एंड यही है.
Got it. Makes sense. What you said आखिरी के 1 महीने में you did everything, right? So can you talk more through, how were you able to sprint through were you comfortable with the tech stack? Did you use a lot of AI? How many PRs did you make?
Yeah, so first, thank you to you, because without your cohort 3, it was quite impossible for me to understand the code base.
Okay.
एंड सो मेरा जर्नी कुछ इस तरह से चालू हुआ था कि फर्स्ट ईयर में जस्ट आई गॉट अ नोटिफिकेशन अबाउट GSoC एंड आई वाज आस्किंग टू माय सीनियर कि भैया ये होता क्या है सर, इसमें करना क्या है? तो सर भी लाइक, भाई इसमें बहुत कुछ होता है, कंट्रीब्यूशन करना होगा, प्रपोजल बनाना होगा, अपने से होगा नहीं, नेक्स्ट ईयर ट्राई करना। करते करते ईयर पास ऑन होते रहे, कुछ रिजल्ट निकला नहीं, बट थर्ड ईयर के पास मैंने आपका कोर्स लिया था कोहोर्ट 3 वेब डी का, और उसमें मैंने जितना अच्छे से मैंने बैकएंड सीखा और भी बहुत कुछ, जो एक होता है, एक एसेंस होता है कोडिंग का, कि आप लिख रहे हो, आप प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो, इट डजंट मैटर एट ऑल, जब तक वो एक पूरा एक जहन में ना बैठे कि कोड बेस चल कैसे रहा है, काम हो कैसे रहे हैं। तो वो मेरे को बहुत हेल्प किया। एंड बट स्टिल थर्ड ईयर में भी वैसा था कि चाहते हुए भी नहीं कर पाया। बट फिर मैंने आपका और एक BIT सिंधरी के एक सीनियर थे परमिंदर सर, उनका मैंने वीडियो देखा था कि वो मैकेनिकल ब्रांच के होते हुए भी उन्होंने कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट करा था। देन आई गॉट, जब वो कर सकते हैं तो व्हाई नॉट एम आई। सो लास्ट ईयर मैंने ट्राई किया एंड मेरा लास्ट ईयर पे ऐसा था कि जैन के टाइम पे मैं ऑर्ग शॉर्टलिस्ट कर रहा था कि आखिर किस ऑर्ग में मैं ट्राई करूं, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत सारे ऑर्ग का देखा, जैसे अपनी ओपन केमिस्ट्री हो गए, रॉकेट चैट हो गया, ये सब काफ़ी कॉम्पिटिटिव ऑर्ग है। सो मैं अगर इसमें एक मंथ में अगर कंट्रीब्यूट करता भी तो टाइम नहीं कर पाता उन
Right.
सभी कंट्रीब्यूटर्स में। सो मैं सोचा कि इस बार ट्राई करते हैं, फर्स्ट टाइम ऑर्ग जो आती है उन सब में से। तो फिर काफ़ी सारा देखते देखते करते करते एक्सप्लोर करते करते देन आई गॉट लर्निंग अनलिमिटेड and the tech stack they use was quite similar to my portfolio and the work I have already done and I know. So इसी तरह से काम चलते रहा और मैंने ऑलमोस्ट 19 कंट्रीब्यूशंस करे थे मार्च में। एंड देन मैंने फिर लास्ट में एक प्रपोजल बनाया जिसे मैंने अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के मेंटर से एंड प्लस मैंने 2 और लोगों से मदद ली थी। One is Aditya and second is Deshwani, and they both helped me through refining my proposal, and at last I got selected.
Got it. Makes sense. And can you talk through, how much AI were you using? And this is a question I'm asking everyone.
So, AI
to
ka
go through 19 PRs, like, do you think you would have been able to? Yeah.
Yeah. तो AI का ऐसा था कि बिकॉज इससे पहले मैंने ओपन सोर्स किया नहीं था, सो मेरे को वो उस कोड बेस से फेमिलियर होने के लिए AI का बहुत नीड रहा, क्योंकि एक कोड बेस, इतने बड़े कोड बेस जो पहले से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूज कर रही है, यू कैन नॉट गो थ्रू ऑल द कोड इन
Right.
जस्ट अ मंथ, यू हैव टू एक्सप्लोर एंड एक्सप्लोर। तो मैंने AI का यूज करा था, फिर उसमें देखा था कि किस तरह से प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं, प्लस मैंने जब तक ऑर्ग सेलेक्ट करी थी तब तक ऑर्ग ने अपना प्रोजेक्ट आइडियाज लिस्ट डाल चुका था।
Okay.
तो उनसे भी मैंने देखा था कि अगर मैं ये प्रोजेक्ट उठा रहा हूँ तो उसमें मेरे को क्या क्या टेक्स्ट लगते हैं, वो सब कुछ मेरे को निकालने में हेल्प करा था AI ने।
अच्छा।
और प्लस इसमें एक और इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ये था कि उसमें हुआ था कि जब मैंने प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह जब मैं शॉर्टलिस्ट करता कि किस प्रोजेक्ट में मैं फाइनली प्रपोजल सबमिट कर सकता हूँ, उस टाइम पे मैंने क्या करा था कि जितने भी प्रोजेक्ट्स थे मेरे जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा लिस्ट किए हुए थे, उन सबको मैंने एक स्क्रीनशॉट लेके प्रॉपर उसका फाइल बना के मैंने AI में डाला था। एंड देन आई वाज लाइक कि सी दिस इज माय रिज्यूमे, दैट्स व्हाट आई नो एंड दीज आर द प्रोजेक्ट लीड्स, सो व्हाट विल बी द बेस्ट फॉर मी। And AI suggested me a project related to the communication improvement. And किस्मत बोला जाए या क्या बोला जाए, वो प्रोजेक्ट इस बार गूगल की तरफ से सेलेक्ट नहीं हुआ और जिस प्रोजेक्ट में मैंने काम किया वो सेलेक्ट हो गया। सो यस, AI का हेल्प लेना चाहिए बट खुद का भी जजमेंट यूज करना चाहिए।
Makes sense. Amazing.
Yeah.
What's your plan after this? Now you're graduating. Do you have a full-time job? Are you still looking out?
So I don't have a full-time job and as मैंने बताया कि मेरा कॉलेज tier 3 से भी बिलो है, so ऑन कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स तो बिल्कुल नहीं आती है, और ऑफ कैंपस प्लेसमेंट्स का ये हाल रहता है कि you apply and you got a mail that unfortunately you are not shortlisted.
Correct.
So for now, I don't have an active offer for now. But yeah, GSoC crack ho chuka hai, so I think it will help me for
100%.
a better opportunity in future.
For sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Cool, man. This was amazing. Do you have any questions for me?
No,
All right.
just
Very nice
wanted to
talking.
share my journey.
Alright,
And
amazing. That's great.
very thank you, sir. Very thank you, sir. Because you are the only person जिसने बैकएंड का असली मतलब क्या होता है ना, वो आपने बताया. और प्लस मैं एक बात बोलना चाहूँगा सबके, मैंने आपके थ्रू सबको ये कन्वे करना चाहूँगा कि मैंने एक चीज़ देखा है इस ओपन सोर्स कम्युनिटी में जुड़ के कि बहुत बंदे क्या करते हैं कि एआई का यूज़ करते हैं जस्ट टू गेट द स्टाइपेंड.
Right.
आई वुड जस्ट से कि ये कम्युनिटी का नाम है ओपन सोर्स. यहाँ पे काम भी वैसे ही किया जाता है कि सारा कुछ अवेलेबल है पब्लिकली. यू हैव टू कंट्रीब्यूट. एक हेल्पिंग नेचर होना चाहिए. तो सबसे पहले वो फीलिंग अपने अंदर लाएं, उसके बाद ओपन सोर्स में घुसे ताकि आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन जो हो वो मीनिंगफुल हो, नॉट जस्ट फॉर द स्टाइपेंड बट फॉर द हेल्प यू प्रोवाइड टू द कम्युनिटी.
100% agreed. और नहीं करोगे तो पीछे जो लट पड़ी है उससे सुप्रिया मारेगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
All right. Cool, man. Very nice talking to you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Hey, Pushpit. How's it going?
It's good. It's good. How are you?
Good. Cool. Tell us more about your, college journey and your GSoC journey.
Yeah, sure. My name is 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 and I'm currently in 4th year in 𝗟𝗶 University, which is in Patiala. And I applied for Google Summer of Code in my 3rd year, but I couldn't get selected. I applied for, I guess, Zendola. And for this time, I applied for 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. So this time I got selected. I got to know about like GSoC in my first year, in my freshman year. But for the starting 2 years, like I couldn't, just even try to bare minimum try to open up here and then get it merged. Last year I tried somehow, but I couldn't get selected. But now I am happy that I just got selected for GSoC.
Cool. Tell us about your coding journey. How did you learn to code in your first 4 years?
Yeah, sure. Actually, for my first 3 years, I was just a person who was just watching the videos and just coding. So I was in a tutorial hell sort of a thing. But then in my June and July, which is like last year, to prepare for my placements, I did DSA for like almost 3 months. So during that journey, I actually got to know like I can actually program and like code. And then after that, in my September, I just thought like I cannot do DSA more because I have done enough of my DSA, like 70-80% of the SD sheet of Striver. But due to my less CGPA, I couldn't sit in the placements. Like in my college, a lot of good companies come, JP Morgan, Zomato, Swiggy, all these comes. But due to my less CGPA, I couldn't sit there. So I just thought like DSA is not for me. I cannot get placement from my college. I just thought like I will just go all in for my development. I just had fear that I don't want to go into development again because I had like 3 years of those trauma kind of things where I couldn't just code. But for now, I just decided I will never watch a video of anyone. I will just read the documentation and learn Python and AI development. And then I just built projects, went to a hackathon and then lost, and then made another project called VTX Labs, which is like cursor for 2D animation, which you told. And then I won a hackathon, and then I went to like basically for that project only I got an internship from Twitter. So I just built that cursor for 2D animation and then just did marketing of that. I also like DM'd you for that, and through that I just somehow landed up in a remote internship for that. And then after that I also went to Bangalore for Codex hackathon, met like good folks there. And then eventually I started GSoC journey in my January, and I was contributing since January. So like it was good.
Got it. Makes sense. How much AI did you use in your contributions? How much of it was, yourself writing the code?
Actually, it was more of explaining what I want. And then after the GPT or like any AI giving me the code, I have to actually read that code and sit with it. And I actually understand end to end, and like many of the times it was giving me wrong code or the rubbish which I cannot just create a PR out of it. So it's more about my 80% of the time was into reviewing the code and editing the code, and 20% of the time into creating that user prompt to give that code.
Makes sense. Cool. What are your future plans?
Future plans is to get a full-time if possible, and also like I would also be interested in joining Super 30. Like it was my dream since last year to join Super 30.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Super 30, there's a 50% scholarship, but there's one interview. We'll do a 1-1 technical interview. If that goes well, then you can join with like a 50% scholarship if that suits you.
Yeah, we have interview tomorrow.
Cool. Oh, we do. तुमने कर रखा है register already?
Mikey told me like you have to do it.
Got it. Cool, man. We will see. Very excited for tomorrow. What else? I have no more questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes. Like, I know I have done like a couple of good things. I got an internship and this Google Summer of God, but I still feel like, I still feel like I am a junior developer kind of a thing, but how do you get that senior developer kind of stage where you are mid, like almost like a senior, you are working like a senior developer. Is basically what I want to work.
That's just time playing its part. I think over the years, as you keep coding in companies, especially if you're doing a job, not your own thing, then you hit a lot of edge cases that sort of wire your brain in a way which is eventually known as a senior engineer. So just join a startup, a company that's hit scale. That's why a lot of times people suggest join a mid-size or an early startup rather than joining a big tech, because if you really want to learn, well, big tech has its own level of learning. वहाँ कुछ और सीखते हो आप, and startups में कुछ और सीखते हो. But generally, if you want to always be very agile and be a senior engineer, you can't really learn. It happens through experience. So you give it like 2 more years, and then you'll automatically get there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Cool. Any more questions?
No.
All right. थोड़ा camera right पे करना. I have a very good tweet idea. So let me just take a screenshot. Bring your Almira in the picture. No other side. Your and my Almira is the same. So I have a tweet idea. Cool. All right. Thank you, man. Take care.
Just a last point I wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you see that poster back?
I don't. What poster?
I know you cannot read it. It's written "Pay your debts first."
Oh, crazy. Nice.
The reason it is there was last year I got rejected from GSoC, and like you said, pay your debts first, get that 10 LPA job, do DSA. I did that.
Nice.
I will just tear it today.
That's amazing. I love it. I thought it was a switchboard. That's beautiful, man. So yeah. But yeah, man. All the best for tomorrow's interview, and hopefully you come to Super 30. We go from there.
Definitely. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye. All right. Short on time. So let's get right into it. Can you tell us more about yourself?
Yeah. So I am Bandhan. I am currently at the end of my 3rd year doing BTech in CS from IIT Bhopal, and currently got selected in GSoC under the organization GSoC. So
nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you a WebRTC enthusiast? Do you know WebRTC well? What were your contributions like?
Yeah. So first of all, there were no rules for contributions. Like it's not a plus point for them. But I contributed in small portions, not related to WebRTC. And I learned WebRTC from cohort 2 itself. Then I read the book WebRTC for the Curious, then created a small application, pair coding site. So yeah, that that built me, that gave me the confidence that if I contribute in GSoC, maybe I can figure the things out. I was expecting maybe I have to work with SFUs and so, but luckily I don't have to. So my project is a bit different. It's totally web-based API calls and so on. Yeah.
Got it. So you said you didn't do a lot of contributions. They don't expect contributions. So I'm assuming your project and your proposal mattered a lot. So can you tell us more about the project and how did you write the proposal?
Yeah, sure. So the project is for currently in the GSoC Meet app. So they don't have any picture-in-picture mode. And they also suggested that there is another thing called document picture-in-picture, where we can add arbitrary HTML contents. So basically we can control things like muting myself or someone other and do stuff like that. And and for creating proposal, I just took some inspiration from the previously accepted proposals which were public, then got some guide, and I created a demo, not a demo, I created some of the features itself, like in the repo itself, and created a demo which mentors liked the most. And I think that helped me to stand out from the other applications as well.
Got it. Makes sense. You mentioned the feature
Yeah.
is picture to picture in Jitsi and one more thing around HTML.
Picture in picture.
Picture in picture, correct. So can you elaborate? That seems like a simplest feature to build, right? Can you elaborate more on what exactly this is?
Yeah. So we have seen, like, when we move focus from a tab which is playing a video, it comes in the top, it comes in the right bottom side with a small window type of thing.
Correct.
So in picture, it's just the window. We don't have any much controls there. Like, we can't do more stuff rather than the native controls. But in document picture in picture, we can add anything we want. Like, we can add option for screen sharing, or maybe recording, or maybe emoji reaction. Yeah, and the project contains 3 goals. First is implementing the document picture in picture. Second one is like adding controls, and the third one is adding layouts, like compact layouts, speaker layouts inside the picture in picture window.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about your background? Which year are you in, and how did you learn how to code, things like these?
Yeah, so in my first year, I just did a DSA and got into dev a bit. In my second year, I got enrolled into cohort 3. So and like piloted cohort 2 for a speed run, and and then did Hacktoberfest for like gaining experience to start open source. Then got into a startup, a mobility-based startup in Bangalore. Then like worked there for 7 months. And in that period, I also got into like parallelly contributing to another org called Palisadas. There I have contributed 30 plus PRs, but that eventually didn't get accepted back that time. And after that, I started contributing to Wasp Nest, then also contributed to CDXGen, which doesn't come as GSoC org standalone, but they come under the About Code organization. Like, it's a umbrella About Code. Under that, CDXGen also come, but have not came yet. Yeah. And after that, I started contributing to Cal only. Like, for the past 10 months, I've been continuously contributing to Cal, created around 38 plus PRs. Talked to it, Darius Hill, got to know that he got full-time, got inspired also. He is a very humble guy. So yeah, he also told me that for a particular phase, there are a lot of contributors, but after that, the contributors slow down. So just keep contributing, and I just kept contributing. And for the like in the previous 2 batches, I applied, but got the feedback that my peers were great, but like not at the same like the guys who were getting selected. So I had to raise the bar. So in the past 3 months, I just raised the bar, created a lot of PRs, like 18 to 20 PRs, I think. And this time, finally, I got a different answer from Keith.
Oh, what was your answer? Are you an intern at Cal as well now?
Not yet, but in the next batch.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
The next batch. Yeah. I also had email. I had also messaged you in Twitter.
Really?
You said congrats.
Oh, have we talked before?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who you are then. Oh, interesting. Got it. So you're about to join the next internship batch of Cal. Or you also got a GSoC at Jitsi. Beautiful. ठीक है भाई, that is amazing. I think a Cal journey might be interesting to discuss, but ठीक है. What year are you in अभी?
मतलब third year बस end हुआ.
Got it.
I have to start fourth year.
Okay. ठीक है. And what's your goal after this? I think one would be to convert full time in Cal, might be one, end goal. But other than that, let's say that doesn't happen, even if it does happen, what other things are you exploring?
So maybe I'm a bit more interested in doing my own startup. Like, I'm inspired by YC, A16Z, Z-Fellows a lot. So yeah, me and one of my friends has been continuously applying to these programs, but got rejection all of the time. So my goal would be to learn stuff in Cal, because the learning curve there is like that can teach me a lot. I think that will be enough for me to build my own startup. So yeah, I'm really hopeful for the future. Like, maybe I can figure the things out later on.
Got it. Cool, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. This is like an amazing sort of a journey. GSoC,
Yeah.
cal.com, 30 contributions there. Now cal
Yeah.
is closed source, right? So I would assume most people
Yeah.
can't contribute anymore. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're one of the
Like
lucky
they
ones.
also have a community version, but the PR that got merged there is not getting merged into the main repo. So it's
Makes
up to the contributors. Yeah,
Got
but
it.
it's currently getting maintained also, the community version.
Okay, makes
People
sense.
are maintaining it. Yeah.
Got it. Fair. Cool, man. Super interesting. Very, very excited to, see where you go from here. And let's
Yeah.
hope for convert at cal.com. That'd be great. Cool. Any questions you have for me?
Not any question. Like I just wanted to ask, like, is this a right time for me to build a startup, or maybe I can just work for another like couple of years, then build, experience, then build startup? Because nowadays, wherever I am seeing like guys who are young, getting like utilizing AI and then building startup and then iterating fast, and YC is also promoting this kind of culture. So what do you think could be better here?
I think you already
in
have
this
two things
case?
lined up fairly well, which is, GSoC and cal. I would do them very legitimately. If things don't work out, then, of course, you can then decide you want to go for a job or a startup now. But I think you're in a fairly lucrative position right now. So I would not just yet, go all in on a startup.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. It was nice talking to you,
Yeah.
Banthan. And
Yeah.
congratulations
Thank you.
on both the
Thanks
things.
for the opportunity.
Cool. Where are you sitting? What is that fancy place?
It's apparently lecture hall complex of a campus. Yeah.
What Amity, Manipal college do you go to?
Yeah, Manipal.
Man, I'm good at this. Okay, cool, man. Let's get right into it. Can you tell us
Sure.
more about your, let's start with, your background, college. How did you get into GSoC?
Sure. So just giving a context about myself, Krish Gupta. Some of you may remember me from the last year's GSoC video that I was selected for GNU Radio. And this is my second time doing GSoC. Last year I worked on GNU Radio. So that work was in C++, and the work was of migration. This year, background about me is like I'm currently working in parallelization and inferencing and kernel level stuff that I'm trying to do. So should I talk about like how I got into LLVM and
You got into LLVM?
Yeah, I got into LLVM.
Oh, beautiful. I think let's start there. That's like a very non-standard thing to learn, right? So let's start with, how did you start to learn it and what were your contributions like?
Yep. Okay, so LLVM was a natural thing for me because I also mentioned in the last year's video that I am trying to learn parallel computing stuff and HPC stuff. So in LLVM there is this directory of OpenMP. So they support like CLang, FLang, and OpenMP. And OpenMP is the closest thing that you can try to recreate of parallel computing in CPUs. And I did not specifically had hardware to do GPU stuff at that time. So I started with OpenMP contributions and FLang contributions. So the aim was not GSoC. So interestingly enough, I just a week before the submission, I decided to do GSoC because currently I'm working on something of my own, like a startup, and the burn is high, and I have to try to make money from somewhere else to cope up with the burn that is I started contributing to OpenMP and FLang directories of LLVM, and soon I believe like in December only, in December maybe they decided to make me a member also. So so interesting enough, game LLVM because they have to use in the company. So all the and people who contribute are from these companies. So it's like a learning experience for me also, how things work at this level. So I believe like total my contributions till March or February, it will be 15 merged PRs. Also, like again, I'm a very active contributor. I'm a very active contributor, and one who like to discuss in the communication channel of LLVM Discord channel. So I love to discuss the RFC threads that I like to participate in and contribute value to it. And so yeah, till March I believe like I contributed to LLVM, and then at that like I had access for GPUs. So I use GPUs of my college. So yeah, I didn't continue in LLVM contributing because I thought like I could do more in CUDA. So I moved towards like inferencing infrastructure of VLLM SGLang. That is what I do right now also. However, like a week before, like I decided like this GSoC, again do GSoC, get good experience. So like the project was like static planner, which is for MLIR. So MLIR is basically infrastructure that helps like libraries like PyTorch and etc. to enhance the performances on hardware. So that is where somewhere like MLIR comes. So static memory planner, people who do DSA and C++, they might know like it like in alloc, dealloc, these are functions that are using static memory allocations. And bufferization is a concept that is included. So yeah, that thing for MLIR. So that is the concept. So it would be a big thing for this community, MLIR community, because like so I had my like first mentor meeting yesterday, and so interestingly enough, my mentors are also like they are like super cracked and super experienced fellows from Qualcomm and Nvidia. So that's why also I decided to take this project up. So it was a hard project because I love hard project. Last year also it was a hard project. So the thing with these hard projects is like you do not have any you specifically don't have any references of like what you're working. It is something new that you're trying to create for the community. So it's in that aspect it's hard. So yeah, I took up the project. It was interesting, and I thought like I could have add value to this project by taking it up. And yeah, so a week before, so this was a project that was coined by a student only. So he was also trying to participate in GSoC, and so LLVM was open for ideas. So he proposed the idea and got accepted, and he was like maintaining a thread since like last 2 or 2.5 months. But almost I thought like all those messages were like GPT generated, and that guy, I tried to like find his GitHub, and I didn't specifically find any proof of work in this domain and any other domain for that point. So yeah, I tried to hop in and made sure that the mentors and maintainers who are working on this thread and the idea of making this project true. So yeah, I created a draft PR. I understood the project. I created a proposal within a week. And again, my proposals are very detailed. It's more of like showcasing your vision instead of showcasing more of proof of work. Because I have been like reading Reddit threads, and people are like, I created 20, 30, 70 PRs and still didn't get in. So that's because I think you were not able to communicate your vision through your proposal. So that is the best bet that I can take. Like why you were not selected. So people should make sure like if the proposal is meant to communicate your vision about the project. Also, timeline is something that you have to take care about. Like so I just had only a week. So I emailed the proposal, I think 2 days before the submission to the mentors. And he said like, I won't be able to review the draft PR. However, like try to be more specific about the timeline and define PR by PR, what the work you will be doing till end of the period. So timeline is something that people should take care about, and communicating the vision. Proof of work is something, but it's a small component of the entire proposal. And yeah, the how in-depth understanding you have about the organization and the project, that is something important that people should take care about. And yeah, that was it. Like I got into GSoC. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Very interesting journey. Tell us more about one last question. I think we've done a pod with you yesterday, like last year also. So I'm very curious to know what startup are you working on, where you're burning the money.
Okay. So yeah, I was planning to shoot you up with a DM, like asking for if you know someone who can like help me with this thing. So currently I'm working in inferencing domain. So it's basically a control plane for inference. So as I'm a part of I have been a part of inferencing communities, VLLM, SGLang, TensorRT LLM since like last December. I was not contributing since then, but I was like actively participating in the discussions and got to know a few maintainers and the people who manage the repository. So inferencing. So I attended this event of NVIDIA, and there like people from Pinterest and biggest companies were there, and they were talking about that how they do inferencing at their companies. And there I thought there is a gap that exists, so which was like orchestrating the entire inferencing workload. I started building up. So it's open source. You can search it up, tensormux.com. We are basically a control plane for inferencing. Currently, we are running pilots with two GPU as a service companies here in India. So we pulled. So for the last 15 days, the pilot has been going on, and like I tweeted yesterday only the results. So that is quite impressive. And I think there is there is enough moat that can be leveraged, and a company can be made out of it. So I applied with this idea to YC also. I was in top 50% last batch, and I got interview from Speedrun. Also, like many other investors are trying to reach me out, but because of lack of traction maybe, or like pilots have still not like completed, that is the reason that I'm not able to raise till now. But I would love love to like raise pre-seed funds for my company. And that is something like in the inferencing domain that I am doing. Yep.
Cool. What's the company called again? TensorMux, you said?
tensormux.com. Yeah.
Cool. I'll check it out. Very interested. All the best with your startup journey. All the best with GSoC. Very excited to see where it goes. And congratulations again on getting the GSoC.
Yep.
All right, Ankit, welcome to the pod. Tell us more about your college and GSoC journey.
Okay, so I am Ankit Sodia, like currently pursuing BTech in Computer Science from Birla Institute of Technology. I am like selected for GSoC mentor for Omega Up and OS, and also like in upcoming Google intern, and had went to like ICPC Asia West regionalist. So like so if I start from my journey, तो मतलब मैंने फर्स्ट ईयर में वही CP किया था, तो वही एक्सपर्ट गार्जियन ये सब कर लिया. फिर उसके बाद हैकर का भी सब मेरा अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस रहा था. फिर सेकेंड ईयर ऐसे ही चल गया. फिर थर्ड ईयर में आए तो इंटर्नशिप के लिए ऑन कैंपस कंपनीज आ रही थी, तो इसमें मेरा डीसो और सीजीएम में मेरा ऑन कैंपस में हो गया था. फिर उसके बाद सिस्को का मेरा ऑफ कैंपस भी हो गया था. फिर मेरा गूगल का आया था, तो गूगल हम ऐसे ही दे दिए क्योंकि मेरा लग गया था, तो मेरे को कुछ था नहीं कि हो रहा है, तो मेरा फिर गूगल हो गया. तो फिर जब मेरा गूगल हो गया तो फिर हम सोचे थोड़ा सा डेवलपमेंट करते हैं. तो हमको जानना था कि कैसे करें, तो हमको ये दिखा कि जितना लोग का अच्छा डेवलपमेंट है GSoC वाला सब आपसे मतलब थोड़ा रिलेटेड था. तो हम एक सीनियर से पता किए, तो उनके पास आपका कोर्स था, मतलब उनका भी गूगल में हुआ है, तो वो आपका मतलब कोर्स का मेरे को दे दिए. कोहोर्ट 1 था जिसमें सब कुछ एक ही में था, तो उसको हम बिंजवाच किए. कुछ प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा लगा, मतलब आर्किटेक्चर समझ रहे थे हम, कोड उतना नहीं कर रहे थे, या कुछ प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा लगा जैसे वेब आरटीसी वाला कुछ बनाए थे, मॉनिटरिंग लॉगिंग वो सब चीज हम मतलब देखे. और शायद हम अक्टूबर नवंबर में स्टार्ट किए थे. फिर दिसंबर आया तो हम लोग का जो सेमेस्टर होता है फिर तो उसमें थोड़ा ML होता है, तो थोड़ा DL देखने का मन किया, तो DL देखे कुछ दिन. फिर उसके बाद जैसे मेरा CP वाला प्रोफाइल था, तो हम GSoC organization.dev पे जाके कुछ रेपो ढूंढते रहते थे कि कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो जिसमें कुछ करे. मतलब बहुत बड़ा रेपो रहता था तो ऐसे समझ में नहीं आता था, तो जैसा होता है जनरली. तो ऐसे ही एक ओमेगा अप नाम का रेपो था, वो कम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग का था, तो मेरे को थोड़ा ठीक लगा. तो उसमें हम कमेंट किए थे कि ये मेरे को इशू असाइन कर दो, तो मेरे को वो असाइन कर दिया. और वो इशू था CI का, तो CI हम पढ़े थे आप ही का कोहोर्ट में, तो वो इशू बहुत इजीली सॉल्व हो गया. तो मेरे को समझ में आया कि CI तो बहुत ही इंडिपेंडेंट होता है रेपो से, कि भाई मतलब एक बार CI पढ़ लो फिर उसके बाद करो. तो हम जो स्टैंडर्ड रेपो होता है जेमिनी CLI विलय का, उसका CI ले लिए, उसको बहुत अच्छा से पढ़ लिए. फिर उसको जाके वही ओमेगा में इशू बना रहे, PR मार रहे, ऐसे मेरा 5-10 PR मर्ज हो गया. तो मैं थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया कि चलो कर सकते हैं. फिर मेरा रेपो PHP का था, तो थोड़ा सा PHP देखे, फिर ट्राई किया, तो फिर उसमें भी छोटा छोटा बग्स होने लगा. तो और मेरे को ये आइडिया था, मतलब कम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग प्लेटफॉर्म का मेरे को बहुत अच्छा सा आइडिया था. मतलब हम 1 साल वही किए हुए थे, 1-1.5 साल. तो मतलब हम पैरेलली खोल लेते थे, लीड कोड खोल लेते थे, कोड फोर्सेस खोल लेते थे और देखते थे कि कौन सा फ्यूचर नहीं है। जैसे एक कोड फोर्सेस विजुअलाइजर करके होता है कि 2 यूजर का आईडी डालो, दोनों का रेटिंग कंपेयर हो जाएगा, कब क्या रेटिंग था, कितना प्रॉब्लम बनाया। तो हम ऐसे ही किए और उसमें बहुत सारे फीचर भी इम्प्लीमेंट किए। और मतलब दिसंबर में बहुत एग्रेसिवली करने लगे, मतलब मेरे को लग रहा था कि लोग आएंगे फिर कंपटीशन बढ़ जाएगा। तो दिसंबर में छुट्टी था, तो मेरा ये था कि हम रात भर करते थे, मतलब पूरा रात जागते थे, क्योंकि वो साउथ अमेरिका का था। तो टाइम मैनेज करने के लिए हम रात भर जागते थे और दिन भर मतलब सोते थे। अब रात को 2-3 पेज जैसे रिव्यू दे रहा है वैसे ही कर रहे। तो ऐसे ही मतलब हम 1-1.5 महीना किए होंगे। और उस वक्त मेरा आईसीपीसी में भी जाना था, तो फिर थोड़ा दिन के लिए छूटा, फिर आए। तो इतना ही दिन में मेरा 8000 लाइन के आसपास चेंजेस कर लिए थे। असल फीचर का था, अच्छा था। फिर उसके बाद मेरे को पता चला कि हम एज ए GSoC के लिए अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि गूगल इंटर्न था। ये रूल मेरे को पता नहीं था, और किसी कंपनी में दिक्कत नहीं है, तो स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन्ड है कि गूगल इंटर्न नहीं कर सकते। तो हम मेंटेनर से बात किए, तो मेंटेनर बोला कि तुम्हारा अच्छा है तो तुम GSoC मेंटर के लिए ट्राई कर लो। तो हम बोले ठीक है। तो उधर मेरा GSoC मेंटर का हो गया। फिर मेरे को अच्छा लगने लगा था ओपन सोर्स, तो हम बहुत अलग अलग जाके ऐसे ही रेपो देख रहे हैं, कुछ भी। गूगल का एक रेपो है OSV स्कैनर करके, उसमें भी हम ऐसे PR मारे थे, उसमें भी मेरा मर्ज हुआ था। फिर उसके बाद ऐसे ही हम इधर कुछ कम्युनिटी में बात करते रहते थे या कुछ बताते रहते थे। तो OS में हम बहुत एक्टिव हो गए थे। OS का जो बग लॉगिंग टूल होता है, और उसमें मैं हैकाथॉन भी जीते थे, बहुत प्रोजेक्ट को मतलब रिव्यू किए थे, तो उसमें भी मेंटर बन गया। तो मतलब साथ में भी हम 2 ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मतलब अभी मतलब मेरा मेंटरिंग होगा इस समर में। और फिर उसके बाद मतलब मेरा यही ओपन सोर्स का मतलब जर्नी था।
करेक्ट। तुम्हारी गूगल इंटर्न इसी साल है?
हाँ, इसी साल।
तो तुम बट यू कैन बी अ मेंटेनर, यू सेड।
हाँ, मेंटर,
सॉरी, गॉट इट। एंड डू मेंटर्स गेट पेड या फिर नहीं?
हाँ, और तो अब डिपेंड करता है।
Okay, got it. Makes sense. Your org you mentioned was Omega Up. What does Omega Up do?
ओमेगा आप एक कम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग प्लेटफॉर्म है जैसे कोड फोर्सेस है, बट ये साउथ अमेरिका के लिए है, उस उधर की लैंग्वेज में है। और वहाँ के जो स्कूल्स होते हैं ना, मतलब उस पे अपने आप को रजिस्टर करके अपना बच्चा लोग के लिए करवा सकते हैं।
Got it. Makes sense. ठीक है. And it's written in PHP, but other than that, I'm assuming they have standard challenges, वही leaderboard बनाना.
हाँ,
What is the difficult part of this?
उसमें सबसे बेस्ट पार्ट मेरे को ये लगा था कि जैसे कि Next.js होता है ना, तो उसमें हम लोग को सर्वर साइड रेंडरिंग दे देता है कि ये लो तुम यहाँ पे इम्प्लीमेंट करो, सर्वर साइड पे रेंडर हो रहा है, मतलब सब कुछ पीछे से ही कन्फिगर रहता है। पर उसमें मतलब ये दिखाया था कि PHP बस एक लैंग्वेज है, वेब पैक है। और पहली बार हम देख रहे हैं कि सब कुछ सर्वर साइड रेंडरिंग को हाथ से मैन्युअली कैसे हो रहा है, कि कैसे हम सर्वर पे रेंडर कर रहे हैं, एक पेज को भेज दे रहे हैं। मतलब बहुत ही डिटेलिंग में वो चीज हमको समझ में आया था, सर्वर साइड रेंडरिंग वाला चीज, जब हम ये चीज देखे थे। तो
Agreed. PHP is a very archaic, but अगर तुम्हें SSR सीखने तो very good language. मतलब basically first time to do it.
मतलब PHP को बस एज ए लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहा था, एज ए फ्रेमवर्क नहीं यूज कर रहा था, कि जैसे कि नहीं एक C++ में रेंडरिंग के लिए पेज दे दिए, बस वही था। और कंट्रोलर में तो API सबका वैसा ही होता है।
Right. Makes sense. Very cool, man. सही है. What is your plan after this? अभी तुम गूगल जा रहे हो, and Google was on campus or off campus?
Off campus.
How did you apply?
पोर्टल रेफरल इंटरव्यू आ गया था।
Referral interview. And how was the interview like?
इंटरव्यू में 2 राउंड्स हुए थे। तो एक राउंड में जनरली गूगल का अभी जो फॉर्मेट चल रहा है कि एक सवाल और एक फॉलोअप रहता है, बट जो इंटरव्यूअर था वो कैंडिडेट मास्टर था, मेरे को दिया, हम बहुत जल्दी बना दिया। तो फिर मेरे 4 पूछा था और मेरा सेम डे नेक्स्ट राउंड आ गया था। फिर बहुत दिन बाद सेकेंड राउंड आया, फिर उसमें भी मेरे से तुरंत बन गया था कुछ तो सवाल। हाँ, वही ट्रीज का सवाल था, तो ग्राफ का सवाल था, वो भी बहुत जल्दी बन गया था। 10-15 मिनट में ही मेरा इंटरव्यू हो गया था। तो मेरे को लग गया था कि हाँ आ जाएगा गूगल से। तो यही था गूगल। फर्स्ट ईयर में CP किए थे, तो हमको मतलब DSA का कभी मतलब लोड नहीं रहता है कि ठीक है दे देंगे। अभी भी हमको है कि कोई इंटरव्यू आए तो हम DSA का दे सकते हैं विदाउट प्रिपरेशन।
Got it. What is your college again?
BIT मिश्रा।
Okay, हम international culture है, from what I've heard. Are you one of the better people there in competitive programming?
हाँ, yes.
Okay. Are you in your now final year में जाओगे क्या?
हाँ, अभी फाइनल ईयर में जाएंगे।
ठीक है. If you get into Google like a full-time offer, you'll probably take that. But if not, what's your plan?
जैसे कि गूगल से फुल टाइम आता है ना, तो वो मतलब 6 मंथ नहीं देता। तो मेरे को रिमोट ट्राई करने का मन है, ये YC या SF का, क्योंकि हम कुछ सीनियर्स को देखे कि वो लोग ये चीज किए, तो मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा। ये वन ऑफ द रीजन ये भी था कि हम ओपन सोर्स, जैसे ट्विटर पे भी हम काफी एक्टिव हो गए, सबको बता रहे हैं। मतलब ये चीज देखे कि जो पैटर्न से रिमोट जॉब लगता है, मतलब सबको कर रहे हैं। जैसे LLD HLD करना भी प्लान में है मेरा, जिससे कि हम रिमोट ले पाए।
Makes sense. Cool, man. That's amazing. Very nice. Interesting journey. I have no more questions. Do you have any questions for me?
तो भैया ये रिमोट जॉब के लिए मतलब क्या हो सकता है? जैसे हम एक पैटर्न देखे कि बाहर की कंपनी सिस्टम डिजाइन पे ज्यादा फोकस करती है, कोड लिखवाने पे कम करती है। कि जैसे कि मेरा एक कंपनी flocker.com में इंटरव्यू आया था, तो वो मेरे से बस सिस्टम डिजाइन ही पूछा था, अब बहुत पैसा दे रहा था, मतलब इंडिया के हिसाब से बहुत ज्यादा। तो उसमें बस सिस्टम डिजाइन ही पूछा था, कुछ कोडिंग वाला चीज नहीं। तो मतलब क्या ही एक प्रोजेक्ट और एक सिस्टम डिजाइन और एक्सपीरियंस तो है ही मेरा, तो इससे हो जाएगा ना?
I think हर company अलग है भाई. I think that's probably an exception of someone asking system design in the first round. Mostly live coding, live assignment, trials is how a lot of remote companies hire from what I've seen. So system design is good to know, probably can be asked at some point. Most of them maybe now ask it, कि, AI आ गया है, तो anyone can code, so, architecturally they want to, find the better candidate. But I think that's like a secondary thing. What kind of questions did they ask? क्या पूछा था आपसे system design के interview में?
उसमें JPR का सिस्टम डिजाइन पूछा था, JPR का पूरा DB डिजाइन करने के लिए दे दिया था। फिर उसके बाद मेरे से पूछा था और कुछ केस बेस्ड सिनेरियो पे सिस्टम डिजाइन का क्वेश्चन था, और कुछ क्लिक हाउस के ऊपर सवाल था।
Got it. This sounds like a very good interview. मतलब but these aren't things you can prepare for. I think अभी Zapier का prepare कर लोगे, कल को उन्होंने कुछ और पूछ लिया तो how would you answer? तो I think ये practice के साथ ही आते हैं थोड़े. मतलब if you were practicing more complex backend projects, if you had done some level of time series data, तो ये सब बहुत obvious होता तुम्हें कि how do Zapier का screen design is hard but not too hard, and the same is true for understanding the, if not the internals, at least knowing what ClickHouse does. तो ये तुम 5 प्रोजेक्ट्स अलग अलग कॉम्प्लेक्स कर लो, तो उसमें कहीं तुम क्लिक हाउस को यूज करोगे, कहीं तुम कॉम्प्लेक्स स्कीमा डिजाइन करोगे, एंड देन दैट्स व्हाट दे आर ऑप्टिमाइजिंग फॉर। क्या इस बंदे ने बहुत सारा कोड लिखा हुआ है। तो आई थिंक इफ यू जस्ट राइट अ लॉट ऑफ कोड एंड बिल्ड अ लॉट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रोजेक्ट्स, ऑल ऑफ दिस विल बी एन आउटकम। यू डोंट हैव टू स्पेसिफिकली प्रिपेयर फॉर सिस्टम डिजाइन। इफ यू वांट टू यू कैन, बट वही मैंने आज तक कभी देखा नहीं किसी को लाइक जो स्टैंडर्ड सिस्टम डिजाइन इंटरव्यूज होता है ना कि डिजाइन LRU कैश या डिजाइन इटली लाइक URL शॉर्टनर, वो मैंने कम देखे हैं। मोर मैंने रियल वर्ल्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स ही देखे हैं, जैसे Zapier का बनाओ, which I don't think you can prepare for, is just practice.
So like I should make projects and read system design along with you.
Zapier is a good project to make. तुम Zapier बनाओगे end to end, तो उसका ऐसे एक सेकंड में system design आता। It's actually one of the few complex projects you can build. Like every project is like fairly crud आजकल ना, मतलब most projects are talking to a database and simple relationships, but another example might be LinkedIn is a good example because of connections. अगर तुमने देखे ना, उसमें connections होते हैं। Like every app has some difficult parts. Book My Show is a little difficult because of 2 people can't take the same seat at the same time. Trading applications are a bit different because of their architecture. Agent applications आज की डेट में have very different architectures. अगर कोई तुम्हें बोले Claude code बनाओ या Codex बनाओ या Cursor बनाओ, तो कैसे बनाओगे? तो ये सारी variations of projects एक बार बना लोगे, तो I think you'll be prepared for most interviews.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Cool. All right. All the best, bro. Take care. Hello. Priyanshu, how's it going?
Hi, Kirat. Thank you for having me here.
Sure. Glad to have you here. Let's get right into it. We're short on time. So tell us more about your college and GSoC journey.
Okay. I'm Priyanshu Thapliyal. I'm a final year computer science undergrad from Graphical University. I have previously worked as a software developer volunteer for the Uttarakhand government. Along with my team, we have worked on building a university dashboard where Uttarakhand government and all the universities of Uttarakhand can collaborate with each other and manage their data. And later I have joined Code Mode as an open source mentee in their Code Mode Kickstart 2 program, where I have worked on building SwellKit based code modes, which help in a migration of SwellKit version 1 to SwellKit version 1 to SwellKit version 2 with the help of the CLI commands. Now about my open source journey. I have started my initial contributions in open source in 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 2023. Then after making few of the contributions based on my environment in my peer network in college, I focused majorly on DSA and stopped doing the open source for about a year. Then I have restarted my open source contributions in December 2024. First, I have made few contributions, about 7 to 8 on the Linux Foundation. Then I have also approached around the Palisades Foundation and a JSON schema in February 2024 and February 2025 and March 2025. But the last year I got rejected from all 3 of organizations. Then I majorly focus around my college. Then in 2026, I have again searching for new organizations, but this time I majorly focuses around only multimedia based organizations like the FMMG and a VLC. I made 2 proposals, one at FMMG, where I have contributed around 8 to 9 PRs, and in VLC, I have contributed around 4 to 5 PRs. The project I was contributing at FMG was not selected this year, but at VLC, I got selected at VLC Crest Dragon, where I actually have to upgrade its backend and front end as per the modernization.
Very interesting. You mentioned, so you tried GSoC last year and, a lot of full stack orgs. This year, you were very focused on multimedia orgs. You mentioned one of them is VLC. The other one is FFMG. Is this like the people who maintain FFmpeg, or is this something else?
My reason was choosing multimedia because like I was doing the full stack, there is a lot of competition in the full stack based projects. But in the multimedia based projects like FMG and VLC, there is a small chunk of students who are focusing around it. So I give my huge time here only.
Makes sense. And FFMG, is that the parent org for FFmpeg, or is it like something else?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Got it. You mentioned you had 8 PRs there and 2 PRs in the other one. What were your PRs like? This is like hard to learn, right? There's no real blueprint, YouTube videos to follow. And I'm assuming most of this is like C, C++. So,
yeah. I have made my PRs in FMG in C++. And in VLC, I have made my PRs in Golang and Vue.js.
Got it. So are you already experienced in this? Were you taking, honestly, like taking help from AI, understanding it? How did you, solve 12, 13 issues?
If I'm getting any big issue which I cannot solve directly, I actually use a Perplexity Comet to keep searching all over the internet, where I can index from multiple websites, so I can get a summary of the major chunk of data, which I can reuse perfectly as per my needs.
Got it. Okay, sounds good. You mentioned, the final project that you have at VLC is like changing the front end and the back end. So can you talk a bit more about, how you wrote the proposal?
For writing my proposal at VLC, I have explored about there are 5 to 6 proposals that are available on the archives. Based on that, I have prepared my format. Then I have majorly focuses around how I will update that stuff. And if I focuses around the VLC Crash Dragon, this project has been comes 3rd time consistently from the last 3 years. So my focus is around what has been done in the last 2 years and what I am focusing around for this year. And apart from that, I am also made a major focus around how I will efficiently use my time to contribute here, so I can contribute with my full focus.
Got it. Makes sense. What are your plans after this? Like, you're in your which year? Final year?
Yeah, I'm in final year. I'm actively looking for a full-time opportunities.
Got it. Makes sense. So you're about to graduate now in like 2 months, is it?
Yeah, I'm about to graduate.
Okay. And are you looking in like this multimedia space or like any full stack, AI companies?
I'm open to work in any kind of space right now.
Got it. Cool. Makes sense. Cool, man. That sounds amazing. All the best for your journey. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Akirat. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye. Hey, 𝗟𝗶හි𝗸𝘀.
Oh yeah. Hey Bea, how's you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Oh yeah, doing well. First of all, thank you. Yeah. Japanese style में, thank you.
I didn't say you're right. Congratulations. And batao, tell me, sorry, once again, tell me everything about your journey. Let's start from the top college.
Okay, so talking about myself, I'm 𝗟𝗶හි𝗸𝘀. I'm pre-final year student at 𝗟𝗶හි𝗸𝘀 Groups of Institution, Mathura. And if talking about my journey, I have done Linux Foundation Mentorship Term 1 2026, and I'm also GSoC contributor in 2026. And yep, and it's all started with the previous video, like 2025 की वीडियो से जहाँ पे आपने हर बारी बोलिया था पॉडकास्ट. सो आई टेक्स्ट अ गाय नेम जगजीवन, एंड उन्हें मैंने रीच आउट किया था, एंड दे सेड कि लाइक 2 PR रेज कर दो एंड देन वी कैन टॉक मोर अबाउट इट टू फिल्टर कि लाइक इसमें ये कुछ कर भी सकता है कि नहीं. एंड देन इट टुक लाइक 2 to 3 months. मैंने लिए वो, मैंने PRAs की प्रोसेसिंग फाउंडेशन में, एंड दैट्स हाउ आई गेट स्टार्टेड विद open source. And yeah, it's going well.
Got it. What org are you selected in this year?
So the orgs I get into GSoC is OpenSUSE, and the talking about LFX, I got into Volcano.
Oh, got it. You've done LFX also. Okay, let's start with both of their journeys. So, open source, what were your contributions like? Were you talking to the maintainers? What did you spend a lot of time on?
I was not expecting into like getting into OpenSUSE. I was expecting into Linux Foundation, which is like handled by Till Campitelli sir. He's like another guy. एक ऋषभ करके थे जिनका उसमें हुआ था. मैंने like और उन्होंने टीम कंप्यूटरली सर ने आपकी कमेंट के नीचे यूट्यूब के नीचे ही कमेंट किया था कि लाइक हे थैंक्स कांग्रेचुलेट किया था. तो आई थॉट कि ये कितना कूल गाय है, लोग आके कर रहे हैं तो मैं भी जाता हूँ इनके पास. सो आई आस्क्ड हिम. उन्होंने मेरे को पूरा अच्छे से 2 असाइनमेंट्स दिए. आई डन असाइनमेंट प्रपोजल अच्छे से बनाया, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे पे लाइक वहाँ नहीं हुआ. एंड OpenSUSE में व्हाट आई डिड इज कि मैंने एक प्रोजेक्ट डेमो बनाया था, मेंटेनर से बात की थी एंड 3 to 4 PR रेज की थी एंड यहाँ पे हो गया by luck.
Got it. Makes sense. Very cool. And you also mentioned LFX. So can you take us through that journey as well?
Okay, so talking about LFX, so जो currently मेरी organization है वो Volcano है, basically an Hawaii project है. And यहाँ पे I raise like 10 to 12 PRs for getting into a Linux Foundation. And यहाँ पे बस like मैंने maintainer से बात की थी, maintainer से अपना अच्छा relations बनाए थे and they are pretty chill guy. उन्होंने मेरी काफी हेल्प किया एंड अभी भी वो हेल्प करते हैं. Yep.
Got it. ठीक. And which year of college are you in right now?
I am currently in 3rd year.
3rd year of college. Okay. What's your plan after this?
Getting a full-time job or like getting into Super 30.
Got it.
And there is one more question I would love to ask. Like I'm thinking about like doing my masters from Japan or like China. So what's your thought on it? Should I go for it or like just?
I have no thoughts. I have zero experience in these specific countries. I mean, Japan is a great country. That's all I know. China is a great country.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, if you can afford it, probably go. What's your worst case? Like, you'll pick up a remote job anyways. So I would go. I would. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I am actually thinking for the fully funded scholarship. Those are the scholarship provided by their government. So if I got one of them, so should I like go for it?
If your scholarship is a no-brainer, even if you have to pay, I think it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you're young, you will learn before run wala aata hai. I don't know if there's a lot of learning that happens in Japan, probably in China. I mean, if you had the choice, probably I would love if I was 20, spending 2 years in China.
The thing is like why I'm taking this bet is कि जो मेरे 2 maintainers हैं LFX के, they are from the senior Hawaii engineers, and I also got a friend called Ben, and वो भी Tongjing University से है, under QS ranking 200. So I'm thinking of leveraging those things. So इसलिए. And what about research? Like should I like more focused on research या फिर job का थोड़ा confusion चल रही है भैया.
Makes sense. Yeah, ये बहुत personal choice है वही मतलब masters, research, job are all depends on you what gives you more kick and also your what you can afford right now. Research is a slightly longer but more highly paying in the long run field. Jobs are a little bit of a luck if you really want to be very highly paid. So I would think about it yourself. I wouldn't have too many comments unless you strongly feel about one thing. Then go with that. If you don't strongly feel about anything, then it depends on your family background and can you afford to spend 2 years in China and then get a job? And there's no guarantee abhi aapki maan lo whatever you get a 24 LPA job. Very likely that after going to Japan also you get a 36 LPA job in Japan. So financially might not be the best decision, but that is not the only thing that life is about. I think if you get to move to Japan or China, in the long run you might make more, you might meet better people. So wahi hai, tough choice.
And like there is one more thing, like what any advice like you will give to yourself जब आप मेरी like अपने 3rd year में थे?
I would take more risks. Like many times LFX, I would basically do all of these things that you've done great. 4th year tak I would have at least 1 or 2 offers ready and be optimizing for the best offers. Probably at this time I would try to pick up some AI startup, some agent startup in the US and get like 50K, 60K, if not 100K offer.
Okay.
And probably move to SF for a few months. That would be my post-college journey that I would optimize for. कि मुझे college खत्म होते ही remote job मेरे पास होनी चाहिए और मैं US चला जाऊँगा, 2-3 महीने US आके रहूँगा, and then from there probably start up. That's what I would optimize for. But that's what I would optimize for. That and I think this is like one of the better parts if you don't want to go for a master's.
Okay, and what's your take on like AI infrastructure, like जो domain है? लाइक कॉज मेरा जो वोल्केनो या फिर किथीना है इन्फेरेंस इंजन ऑर्केस्ट्रेटर वो भी उसी लीग में है, एंड देन ओपन फ्यूज भी थोड़ा थोड़ा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर साइड आ जाता है. So what's your take on it? Should I take a bet on AI infrastructure part or like or should go for like SW roles?
Both are good. AI infrastructure is right now doing really well. Like probably like 10-20% of the YC batch this time was, somewhere in AI infra, not at the inference level, but for other things like sandboxing, self-hosting. I think it's also a harder thing to know, inference level infra. So if you're doing well at that, your worst case is getting a job somewhere. I would do that, but uska koi clear path nahi. They're like very deep tech orgs. So I'm assuming, hiring is much tougher compared to wo. I would first optimize for a first job, some AI engineer at some startup, and then, if you want to go deeper, feel free to.
Okay, yeah, that's all. And talking about Super 30, uska, how can I get it?
There you aaj form aa jayega. There's a 50% scholarship for all of you, but there is an interview that I'll take, technical interview. If that goes well, then we're good to go.
Okay, yeah, thank you, and that's all. Like, if you like don't remember me, pata nahi, but we actually meet twice. एक आपका सुपर 30 का जब फर्स्ट बैच था तो एक बैंडेज गाय आया था. लाइक कैन आई शेयर माय स्क्रीन?
Yeah, go for it.
या यू सेड कि लाइक भाई कैसी लग गई? मैंने बोला था कि बस आते हुए लग गई थी. एंड ऐसे करके
आते हुए लग गई थी. तुम सुपर 30 के ऑफिस आते हुए तुम्हें चोट लग गई थी?
या एग्जैक्टली. लेट मी जस्ट शो इट टू यू. तो काफी अच्छा टाइम था. एंड देन सेकंड टाइम जो आपने या दिस वन, इफ यू कैन सी इट.
Oh man, your face is but yeah, cool.
I'm like always like following you. आपका like 2022 से मैं आपकी जर्नी को पूरा फॉलो कर रहा हूँ. like just आप जो बोलते हो like sir down, keep hard work, वही चल रहा है बस फिलहाल में. And like thanks for everything man. Thanks for meeting my life.
All right,
I really appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And all you. दूसरी बार कब मिले हम?
And so second time जो आपने फरीदाबाद में अपना एक वो किया था ना मनु पाजी के साथ, then उस टाइम पे मिले थे.
Cool man. Good stuff. Well, all the best for tomorrow. I mean, I'd love to have you on campus as well. And we can go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
All right. Take care, man. Have a good day.
I'm doing well, really well. Am I audible?
I can hear you.
Is there any background noise you're hearing or disturbing you?
We're good to go. No, everything is perfect. Can you tell us and the audience more about yourself?
Yeah. First of all, Garth, hi. And thank you for inviting me. And about myself. So currently my GSoC proposal got accepted at 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 organization, and like where I'll be working on a tool named MW Offliner. So it is basically MediaWiki Offliner. So it is basically, it lets you read the whole Wikipedia thing offline at their 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 app. So basically I'll be working with TypeScript, Node.js and Redis and all. So basically, if I tell you how I started, so basically for currently I'm a first year undergrad at IPU, and when I it was like post JEE, break. So when I purchased your cohort 3.0, it was like around I would say it was around May, I guess, when I purchased. So there were all the web development videos already there. So like I completed all your web development videos in like a month or two, and they were like super cool, I'd admit that. And like at that time I had a little bit idea like around open source, but like I was not actually clear how to actually contribute to open source organization. Then later there was this society in my college, it was named USAR FOSS Club, and I actually met really cool people there. And there was the senior of me, he was in second year, and he was a cohort 3.0 fellow too.
Okay.
So his name is Siddharth, and basically he started off with OWASP, and I started off with 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. So unfortunately he didn't get to GSoC this year, even with tons of PRs merged. But like it was his luck factor, because there were like too many people there. And it was like in my organization there was compared to a very little competition if I compare it to other mainstream organizations. And that's all I have. And like and I initially started with the desktop application they have, the 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 desktop application. which is basically built on top of C++ and Qt framework. Now, like this Qt framework that I contributed to was like similar to PyQt framework, which is the Python one. So like I initially started with Python and PyQt around January and all. So it was like apart from web development and all, I just wanted to build something out of it. But yeah, and then later on I asked them that, do you have any projects in your mind ongoing that I can work on? So they told me about this project named Gutenberg they have in their repository. So basically Kivix has two other organizations as well under them, which has also come into GSoC, which comes under basically Kivix itself, which is OpenZim. So they have the Zim ecosystem, and there is this repository. And basically, it was a 2025 idea in which they had to fail a student basically. See, he couldn't complete the project, so I took the project and completed it and delivered them at time basically. So which led to me basically, which led to my selection basically. Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. You mentioned you're in your first year. So how old are you?
I'm 19 right now.
Got it. So first year GSoC like always very hard. So would love to know. And you're also, I don't know, is it a good college? The college you're from?
No, it's not a good college actually. It's tier 3 college actually.
Okay. So would love to know tier 3 college mein first year mein GSoC, what did you do right, and what your peers might be missing, or other people in tier 3 colleges. How are you not getting distracted with 100 different things you can do in your first year?
I mean, the different things I did was actually skipping classes.
Okay.
The only thing I did, because like I got to know that my time is being wasted too much on these classes and stuff, and I actually missed one of my mid sims too for like this contribution. Like it was like the critical time for the contribution around, I guess it was January. So yeah, I had to complete this project, the Gutenberg project. So yeah, मेरे को मतलब at that time I missed classes too and all. मतलब I had this in mind कि yeah, I have to do something different from all the peers, because the thing is, first of all, जो मेरा college है USAR, it's like completely new, so there is no good alumni regarding tech. So there is no one to guide you and as well. But there's this guy I mentioned you about it. He was in second year, but he didn't get to GSoC this year. So yeah, I mean, it was totally up to myself to do it. And I initially started off with this mentality that I don't actually want to end up in GSoC only, but I actually want to contribute later on to open source. मतलब मेरे को long term के लिए कुछ चाहिए था कि like yeah, मेरे को learning भी उससे, and I learned a lot of stuff in open source as well. And like there was no preparation at all. जैसे मतलब too many people have asked me कि मतलब LinkedIn में तो बहुत सारे messages आ गए कि how did you crack and all this stuff. तो मैं मतलब उनको यही बोला कि basically I didn't prepare at all. मतलब it was all naturally. मतलब basically मेरा कभी वो नहीं था कि like GSoC वगैरह का ऐसे particularly मेरे को बस GSoC के लिए open source करना है. I had in my mind कि मैं कभी को अपनी खुद की एक organization कभी GSoC में लेके आऊँ.
Got it. That's amazing. Love that, bhai. ठीक है. Now you're in your first year. You have GSoC. What's your plan? In the next 3 years.
The next firstly तो पहले मेरा plan तो यही है कि I'll be going with LFX2. Basically, first I will learn Golang for it, because जो CNCF वगैरह के projects है उसमें तो पूरी मतलब pure Golang वगैरह use हो रही है. तो I will give Golang a bit of time and build some projects around it. Maybe जो उसका September and October वाला time period होता है, so maybe I'll apply to that. And after that, in my second year, I would say I haven't think anything right now. I'll just keep moving and keep following, like keep getting the opportunities that I love. That's all, I think.
Makes sense. And what's your 4-year goal? Like after you graduate, are you looking for a job? You mentioned, you want your own org. Do you want to do entrepreneurship?
Most probably I'll do a startup or an organization thing that I mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. ठीक है. And then do you have interest? I mean, because you've done decent bunch of dev in your first year, do you want to explore other things? You mentioned LFX as one. That's great. Other than that, research or I don't know, DSA.
I had in my mind that I will do DSA in my second year of college and like just go for things like ICPC and all. Maybe I'll do that too. Currently I don't have any, I am not exploring much outside web development itself. I am just getting deep into it. मतलब basically अभी मैं फिलहाल जैसे जो systems level web development है ना, so I'm exploring that. Like अभी एक open source में मैं एक वो बना रहा हूँ organization and एक repository है मेरी USTJS नाम से, and it is basically a connection, a bridge between Nest.js and uweb sockets. So basically uweb sockets are the ones जो मतलब C++ पे build है, तो it has like really well performance when compared to web sockets and socket.io and even the HTTP normal, the Express server. So basically it is like an adapter for Nest.js.
Got
So
it.
currently
Nice.
I'm building that.
That's a very interesting project. So you can use Nest.js, but you can have C++ under the hood to support this protocol.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Makes sense. This is cool, man. Very exciting for your first year. Congratulations. Keep at it.
Thank you so much.
Any questions I can help answer?
Any questions? Well, मैंने अभी कोई ऐसे questions तो सोचे नहीं है. मतलब no, I don't think so. I have any questions right now.
All right.
अभी like, yeah.
That's all good. ठीक है भाई. Very nice talking to you. If you're ever in Delhi, close to the campus, do come visit the campus. And yeah, all the best.
Oh, मैंने actually एक बार campus भी visit करा जब 100x devs की वो थी ना.
Yeah, summit.
नहीं AI summit नहीं. It was actually वो जब वहाँ पे मतलब पार्टी एंड स्टफ हुआ था, मेरे को याद नहीं है. प्रीवियस ईयर हुआ था वो, जब शायद से वो करा था, ओपनिंग थी शायद से 100x स्कूल की.
Got it. Nice.
हाँ, उसमें आया था. मतलब मेरे को उस टाइम मेरी उनसे वो बात होती थी, वो है ना चैतन्य बाजपेयी.
Right. हाँ.
So he basically invited कि मतलब तू भी आजा and all. तो उस टाइम मेरी उनसे भी बात होती थी and like he told me about Web3 and stuff. मेरे को तब आइडिया नहीं था what is Web3 and all.
Got it.
तो yeah, तो मतलब I will also dive into Web3 मतलब sooner in some time. But yeah, currently अभी तो मैं अभी जिस उसमें हूँ web development, I want to explore it like very nicely.
Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much.
All right. All the best, and hope to see much bigger things from you in the future.
Okay. Thank you so much, man.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Welcome, Harsh, to the pod. Tell us more about your GSoC journey.
Hello everyone, myself Harsh Gupta. I am currently in my third year and doing BTech from HBTO Kanpur. I got selected to Joplin in GSoC 2026. Joplin is a note-taking app, open source note-taking app. It mainly is related to securing your notes. It works on all the devices. It works on desktop, mobile, iOS, everywhere. So mainly I have a vast journey. I started coding. मैंने अपनी कोडिंग चालू की क्लास 8 में ICSE बोर्ड में. उसमें जावा पढ़ाते थे, तो वो मैंने जावा पढ़ी. उसके बाद थोड़ी बहुत की. उसके बाद जब बीटेक हुआ, बीटेक में फर्स्ट ईयर में आए तो डीएसए करनी चालू की और वेब डेव करनी चालू की. वेब डेव एक भैया का कोर्स था, उनसे करना चालू किया, लेकिन उसको छोड़ दिया बीच में. मतलब वहाँ हैंड होल्डिंग बहुत ज्यादा हो रही थी, मतलब लेक्चर रूप में फंसा रहता था. फिर उसके बाद अब मतलब सेकंड ईयर चला गया. सेकंड ईयर में आपके बारे में पता चला था, एक दोस्त ने बताया था कोहोर्ट 2 बहुत अच्छा है. तो उसके बाद मैंने कोहोर्ट 2 उससे लिया, कोहोर्ट 2 कंप्लीट किया सेकंड ईयर के समर ब्रेक में. फिर मुझे दिसंबर में मेरा माइंड क्लियर था कि मुझे GSoC करना ही करना है, क्योंकि सुपर 30 का भी था दिमाग में कि हाँ जाने को मिलेगा. फिर दिसंबर में मैंने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन शॉर्टलिस्ट करनी चालू की. एसिंग एपीआई शॉर्टलिस्ट की मैंने, जो कंपटीशन कम था, मैंने सोचा पहले से करूंगा. एसिंग एपीआई में मैंने किया, 20 PR मैंने मर्ज करा लिए, फेब तक किया. 19 फेब को जब रिजल्ट आया, एसिंग एपीआई आई ही नहीं, पूरा दिल टूट गया. उसके बाद मैंने फिर से ढूंढना चालू किया उसी दिन. तो मेरा फिर प्लान था कि हाँ कोई फर्स्ट टाइम ऑर्ग मिल जाए, या तो जिसमें कम कंपटीशन उसमें चाहूँ फिर से. तो फिर जॉपलिन दिखी, वो पिछले साल नहीं आई थी लेकिन 2024 में आई थी. तो फिर जॉपलिन में करना चालू किया. तो जॉपलिन में मैंने टोटल 10 PR मर्ज कर दी थी. पता था कि हो जाएगा, बाकी मतलब सारी चीजें कर दी थी.
Got it. हाउ जॉपलिन का कोड बस मैंने भी देखा है, मतलब आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल फ्रॉम आवर स्कूल आल्सो वर इन द सेम बोट कि इसी के में कर रहे थे, एंड देन जिस दिन रिजल्ट आए थे नहीं आई थी, एंड देन बहुत लोगों ने जॉपलिन में भी ट्राई किया था, आई डोंट थिंक किसी का हुआ। तो वेरी इंटरेस्टेड टू नो कि टेक स्टैक आई थिंक टाइपस्क्रिप्ट ही है उसका, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग।
मेनली जावास्क्रिप्ट, लेकिन टाइपस्क्रिप्ट पे शिफ्ट हो रहा है heavily.
Got it. And what honest question है मैं सबसे पूछूंगा आज कि how much of your PRs were AI, how much of your PRs do you understand, and how much of it was luck getting you there?
तो बेसिकली जब मैंने चालू किया तो पहले दिन जब मैंने किया तो मैं 20 को ही पहुंच गया, बहुत सारी भीड़ आई थी। तो मैंने एक डॉग्स के रिलेटेड इशू था जिसमें वीडियोस के लिंक लगाने थे, उनके वीडियोस पड़े हुए थे यूट्यूब पे, तो मैंने पूरे डॉग्स पढ़े कि ये कहाँ पे होता है, तो उससे मुझे पूरा जॉपलिन पता चल गया कि क्या होता है, क्या इनका होता है। तो बेसिकली उसने बहुत हेल्प किया। बाकी एआई रिलेटेड, हाँ, उसमें जॉपलिन में लॉरेंट जो है मेन, जिनका जॉपलिन है जो मेन मेंटेनर है, उन्होंने बोल भी रखा था कि जब भी एआई यूज करना है तो अपने पीआर पे लिखना है एआई डिस्क्लोजर ऊपर, और सबने ही एआई यूज किया। मैंने जितनों से पूछा सबने एआई यूज किया। लेकिन लॉरेंट क्वेश्चंस भी पूछते थे कि हाँ तूने ये सॉल्व कैसे किया, क्या थिंकिंग थी तुम्हारी, तुमने ये कैसे इस आइडिया पे पहुंचे। वो बहुत सारे क्रॉस क्वेश्चंस करते थे पीआर में। तो वो मेनली वो ये देखना चाहते थे तुमने एआई यूज किया लेकिन तुम्हें समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं।
Got it, makes sense. ठीक है, now you're selected in Joplin. What are your plans after this? You'll do GSoC over the summer, and what after that?
अभी तो जॉपलिन में मैंने एआई प्रोजेक्ट्स लिया है। मेरा प्रोजेक्ट है कैरेक्टराइजेशन एमएल लाइब्रेरीज की मदद से नोट्स को क्लस्टर में करना। तो मेनली अभी ऋषभ भैया से एआई सीख रहा हूँ। तो अभी प्लान है अगले 3 महीने बहुत बेटर हो जाऊं, वेब डेव आती है, उसके बाद सुपर 30 अगर स्कॉलरशिप अच्छी मिल गई तो आ जाएंगे। तो फिर एआई इंजीनियर का मेन रोल है।
Got it. Full time AI engineering में जाना है. Now you're about to enter your third year, I would assume then.
Yeah, I'm currently in my third year.
You're currently in your third year. तो अभी इसके बाद फोर्थ ईयर चालू हो गया?
यहाँ समर ब्रेक।
तो मतलब प्लेसमेंट निकालनी पड़ेगी। कॉलेज में प्लेसमेंट्स हैं या ऑफ कैंपस ही निकालनी है?
मेरी ब्रांच वैसे केमिकल है, तो मैं पूरे अपने कॉलेज में सिंगल बंदा हूँ। जिसने निकाला सीएसआईटी, किसी ने कुछ नहीं निकाला। ओपन सोर्स कोई करता भी नहीं है।
Interesting. What college was this?
HBTU कानपुर। मींस स्टेट का बेस्ट है लेकिन सेंट्रल में तो कहीं नहीं आता।
Got it. Makes sense. So तुम्हें खुद से निकालनी है and you want to focus on AI engineer role. When you say AI engineer, do you mean applied AI or do you mean core machine learning?
अभी जैसे ये प्रोजेक्ट मुझे अप्लाइड एआई भी आती थी, तो ये प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो मेनली मशीन लर्निंग का। तो देखता हूँ, अभी एक्सप्लोर करूंगा कि दोनों में से कौन सा ज्यादा बेटर लग रहा है मुझे।
Got it. And were your contributions anywhere related to machine learning? Or most of them were, as you mentioned, docs and full stack.
फुल स्टैक कंट्रीब्यूशन तो सारे फुल स्टैक से रिलेटेड थे, लेकिन जो प्रपोजल था, जैसे मेरा अगर बस प्रपोजल पे भी होता है, जो मेरे मेंटर है वो उनका जॉपलिन में 2024 में हुआ था। तो उन्होंने क्या किया था, उन्होंने बताया, उन्होंने अपना जिस डाल रखा है गिटहब पे, उन्होंने उन पे लिखा था कि मैंने प्रपोजल को इतना बढ़िया डिस्कस किया था, प्रपोजल में इतने बढ़िया पॉइंट्स लिखे थे। हम लोग में फोरम पे प्रपोजल सबको सबमिट करना था, तो फोरम पे बहुत बढ़िया डिस्कशन हुआ। मेरे प्रपोजल की हर चीज की बैकिंग थी मेरे पास। यहाँ ये मैंने फोरम पे यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रखा है, ये मैंने ऐसे पूछा, ये लॉरेंट ने इस पे ये बोला था तो मैंने ये इम्प्लीमेंट किया है। तो वो सारी चीजों की वजह से।
Got it. And what is your project? Can you elaborate one more time with a थोड़ा depth में कि what exactly are you supposed to do?
So as Joplin is a note taking app, we have all different varieties of notes. Like I'm a person, I'm using Joplin from 5 years. So I have wrote some notes related to studies, like DSA, ML, something related to that. Something I have went to travel somewhere. So I wrote Goa trip, something related to that. So all the notes are randomly arranged. I have not been that careful to order it sequentially, और मैंने randomly ऐसे arrange कर दिया। तो अब मेरा मेन काम है कि मुझे क्लस्टरिंग एल्गोरिथम्स लगाने हैं, के मींस यूमैप, एचबीडी स्कैन, वो सब लगा के मुझे क्लस्टर करने हैं। फिर उनको खुद से भी एक नाम देना है, फिर उनसे भी एक नाम पूछना है कि आप इसे कहाँ रखना चाहोगे, ऐसा कुछ रिलेटेड।
Got it. So like a mind map of all the memories that you have.
उसके बाद वो इम्प्लीमेंट हो जाए।
Got it. Makes sense. Cool, man. Very interesting. That's all the questions I had. Do you have any questions for me?
सुपर 30 का फिर ये मींस और बढ़ेगा, सुनने में आ रहा है।
Sorry. सुपर 30
मींस प्राइस अभी तो 4 के आसपास है ना, तो स्कॉलरशिप कितनी रहेगी और अगले वाला बढ़ेगा और कितना?
Much what are you looking for? Like मैं इस साल तो मैंने नहीं सोचा। GSoC का last year, I'll tell you very honestly, we invited a lot of people, but the feedback wasn't great from the other lot. They weren't really helping other people, and हमारे GSoC स्कूल में उन्होंने इतनी हेल्प नहीं करी। और लास्ट टाइम हमने काफी स्कॉलरशिप दी थी। What is the number that you are looking for?
I'm okay around. I can pay up to 2. If it is 4, then I can pay up to 2.
Okay, तुम कह रहे हो 50% स्कॉलरशिप टाइप अगर मिल जाए तो that's okay. ठीक है, let me think about it. I haven't thought this through this year. Last year कुछ लोगों ने ऐसे 50%, most लोगों की GSoC जो है 50% स्कॉलरशिप थी। only thing is मैंने group पे कुछ डाल दो, मतलब we might, if we do 50% scholarship, you might have to, you know, work with like 2 students of the school and, you know, guide them like once every 2 weeks, something like that. 1 घंटे का तुम्हारा, you know, 1-on-1 type रहना चाहिए with a school student. That probably is the only requirement from my side. If that works for you, then 50% I think should be fine. Cool. Any other questions?
तो भैया थैंक यू बोलना है आपको, मतलब आपके वजह से वो जहाँ हूँ। मैंने ये पॉडकास्ट भी मैनिफेस्ट किया था कि हाँ भैया के साथ पॉडकास्ट होगा, सुपर टैटी आऊंगा, फिर सीखूंगा। और
Nice, cool stuff. And also we might do interviews. अगर तुम लोग को मतलब I'm most probably will do interviews, क्योंकि GSoC में ऐसा हो गया था, हमारे स्कूल से एक बच्चे का GSoC निकला है, उसको नहीं आती है कोडिंग, मतलब you know very hard to tell. So I might do one more interview with you. If the interview goes well, 50% scholarship should be fine, and then we can go from there.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Nice. Take care.
Thank you भैया.
Bye bye.
Yeah, hello sir. It's really great for me to be here.
Amazing. Tell us more about yourself, your coding journey, college journey, GSoC journey.
Yeah, sure. So I am Abhishek Kumar, and currently I'm in the 4th year at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. It is a college in Ghaziabad. And talking about my coding journey, I started actual coding in my 2nd year, and before that I was in the physics, chemistry, math, all that. And in my 3rd year, actually, I was part of the GDSC, Google Developer Student Club at my college. So I get to know about GSoC from some of my seniors like 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝘀 sir and Hermes sir. They have cracked GSoC earlier. So through them, we 3 people from GDSC, me, Akash and Shankar, started preparing for GSoC in back 2025 December. So at that time, I tried a lot to contribute in some of the organizations. But after some time, like I got overwhelmed, and after a time, like I gave up. Like I didn't make a proposal, I didn't submit a proposal. So I was like completely blind what to do. After that, at that time I was doing competitive programming, doing CP. So after that, one of the 3 students from us, like Sankalp, got selected for the GSoC, and it gives us a light, like I can also do. So after that, we prepared for the LFX, and luckily in the term 3 of the LFX mentorship, I got selected for a CNCF organization known as 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀. So I worked for that organization for about 3 months, and after that, in this year for the GSoC, I was not prepared for GSoC actually, and I was not thought to work for GSoC at this time, since I was busy in my internship and college placements and all. So at the time when organizations came, I see the United Nations Office of Information and Communication Technology, and I always have the desire to work on the intersection of policy, governance, and some tech. So that catches my attention, and I decided like I will contribute in this organization, and it all like happens this way.
Got it. Makes sense. Very cool, man. ठीक है. Tell us more about your PRs, like the contributions that you made. How much of them were AI? How much of them were, you know, you coding yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I was mainly started it on 19th of May. So in the starting 2 weeks, I gave main time on the understanding the code base. Since this project is official UN Digital for Good, and it was the winner of a hackathon Reboot the Earth that is organized by United Nations. So I have created some PRs in the 2 projects that they are having. So I make 7 PRs in one of the organization named as OG Clues, and the other one was the Fireform, in which I got selected. So I have the 6 PRs. So like I have created PRs by myself, but I have used AI in somewhere, like understanding the code and writing something like text for that, like when creating PR, we write description. So I have used AI in that way, and like maintenance was not that much active, but I got some PRs merged in that organization. And there was so much crowd because of the name of the United Nations. But the main thing in that organization was the interview. So after the I have created some contributions, I submitted my proposal, and after that they told that there were 200 plus students that submitted their proposal, and they selected few students from them for the interview. So I got an interview call from the mentor side, and we have interview for the 30 minutes, but it got stretched for more than 1 hour. So yeah, so the main thing was that like I have worked on the similar product somewhere in one of my internship. So this was actually I want to tell about the project also. The project is Fireform, where this project do one thing, like it is an AI pipeline that want to do like filling the forms, like different agency forms by the fire people, like the first responders. The responders need to fill different agencies forms, so it takes so much time. So we are doing this thing like through the voice memo, we can fill different forms at the same time automatically. So I have done something like that in one of the internships. So I told all the things regarding that project, like how we can do this, to the mentor, and he was very happy. Like, and he saw potential in me, like I can do this thing. So this was the main game changer in my case.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. I like that they have the interview process as well. Okay. What's your plan from now? Yeah, you're going to do GSoC, of course, but what after that?
Yeah, actually, currently I'm looking for some full-time roles also. Actually, I'm not having any as of now. And so for the next 3 months, I will be mainly focusing on GSoC, since it's my main priority. And side by side, I'm planning to like apply as much as can and grab a good offer too.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay. Cool, man. That's all the questions I had.